Welcome, welcome. Another blessed day. What's good, Carrie? Another amazing, blessing day. You know what I'm saying? Every day is another opportunity to get to it. DK, what up? How we looking? How we feeling? Quality is peak. I feel like I look a little yellow. Even though yellow is my favorite color, let me get this lighting right. Okay, a little bit better now. Looking like a Cheeto in this bitch. My nigga Yellow mine ain't pull up, but Yellow Sunburst did. What up, Yellow? Yellow 2? This is the greatest glazing I've ever seen of all time, respectfully. Sometimes you gotta glaze yourself, man. Not everybody's gonna glaze you. Sometimes you just gotta get up and glaze yourself. Honestly. Berto, verify me on Discord. I don't know how to do that shit. Yelena, aren't you like a top mod in my Discord? Can you figure that out for me? I don't know what the fuck going on. Or do you mean mod you in Discord? I know how to do that. I ain't create the Discord, bro. A lot of different people helped me create the Discord, for real. Some day ones that I don't really see no more, which is crazy. Yelena's gonna try to do it though. Berto, you need to get on that Resident Evil 9. That shit's peak. Bro, everybody's telling me that. I didn't even get to finish Poppy Playtime, bro. Is it one of them things where I should jump into Resident Evil and do that now and get back to Poppy Playtime? Or should I stick to what I'm doing? What's good, gamers? Yeah? Y'all are saying I need to jump into Resident Evil? Shit. All right, well, I planned on gaming tomorrow. So y'all are saying Carrie said finish what you started. Finish what you're doing first. Hold on, I'm starting to see some mixed reviews, man. I would watch Resident Evil if you played it. That alone make me want to do it. Cause Juke always dip out every time we play some scary shit. But Resident Evil's scary, ain't it? God damn, bro. Why everything gotta be scary? Niggas can't just be chill. Shit just can't be chill, man. How are y'all doing though? How was y'all weekend? I'm not gonna lie. I've been enjoying taking the weekend off and going hard during the weeks. I'm not saying that I won't do no weekend streams, but like it's been giving me a lot more energy. So I've been fucking with that, I'm not gonna lie. Poppy always gonna be there, but right now Resident Evil is the wave. Poppy not getting very good reviews. However, Resident Evil is thriving. Pegger, hold on. You thinking like a content creator. I like that. Hey, I like that. You know what it is then, man. We might have to just get that Resident going. Hey, Berto, if you get into Resident Evil 9 and like it, you should play Resident Evil 5 and 6. It's not no shit like Poppy, I gotta do them in order though, right? I should just jump right into 9, right? That's because that's a lot of them motherfuckers, bro. 9 games? I could just jump right into 9, bro. I ain't got to start at like 1 or nothing, right? Okay, bet. Okay. All right. Y'all got it, man. So I'm a fuck with that 9 then. Oh, you know what I kind of fuck with too? Now I think about it. I've never played Resident Evil, but I do know that it's like an actual game. So it's not like the indie games where it's gonna be over fast. Like I'm gonna have to really go like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, like it's gonna be a long one, ain't it? I kind of fuck with that though. Okay, no, chat. I think that's the wave, bro. Resident Evil 9. All right, no, I'm gonna look into that shit tonight. It's a game and a movie. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna look into that shit tonight and maybe we get started tomorrow. Yeah, apparently it's a movie too. I'm definitely know I've seen. I think I've seen a Resident Evil movie at some point. They tend not to be that high quality, right? Like if you're a fan, you enjoy it, but it's not like they know they just serving a certain audience, right? Honestly, watch a recap of the storyline to get caught up with the lore, then play it. Okay, bet. I'll do that off stream though. Berto, Resident Evil 4 all the way to 9 is an action game series. Resident Evil 4 came out in 2025. That's a bet, but I ain't starting at 4 though. We gonna have to beat 9 and then go backwards. Okay. All right, well, how was y'all weekend though? How was y'all weekend, man? How was y'all weekend though? How y'all feeling going into this week? R9 gonna make Bert jump off his chair again. For real, bruh, it's like that. Fuck. That Dragon Ball movie was god awful. What Dragon Ball movie? You talking about the? You talking about that the Dragon Ball movie they made like a long time ago? Nigga, don't even mention that movie. That movie didn't happen. I don't know what the fuck. That shit was a blip in the timeline. Mine was good. Mine was great. That's good. That's good. Did you hear that Toy Story 5 came out, Berto? It came out? Or it's gonna be released. I saw a couple of trailers, but I didn't watch it though. I didn't know it came out. The new Toy Story is out. Celebrated my Papa's 75th birthday. Happy birthday to Papa, man. Old Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh yeah, we don't speak about that. It's a damn disgrace to Dragon Ball Z. It was great, Berto. Me and Yellow watched G together and he loved it. Tough. You putting them on? Hey, hold on, man. Juke and Yellow really locked in. G. Hey, well, happy for y'all. That's dope. Put another hole in the floor. How did you do that? Matter of fact, keep it to yourself. Don't tell me. Mike, it was cool. Mine was okay. Why just okay, DG? What's going on, brother? I couldn't sleep the whole weekend. I'm still like 4 days with damage, like 2 hours of sleep combined. All right, Cap. Well, you always getting on here trying to blame me for your sleep schedule. Nigga, I ain't stream all weekend, so I don't want to hear no more complaining, nigga. That was you fucking up your own sleep shit. That's between you and you, nigga. That's between you and you, nigga. Can't wait for 1,000-year blood war for Bleach. Me too. Bleach is by far probably my all-time favorite. All-time favorite, I'm not gonna lie. Anime. Love Bleach. It's done, Berto. I verified Juke. Thank you, Yelena. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I've been locked in trying to get back on my YouTube channel. I haven't posted in 9 to 10 months because of live events. I'm at 200 subscribers now. Lock back in, saying the time is now. There's no better time than now. There's no better time than now, man. Get to it, get to it, get to it. Thinker, now I can eat. I found something to watch. Are you talking about me? Are you talking about me like I'm an object? Something, not someone? Am I just a thing to you? Am I just a thing that you throw on your screen? Is that what you think of me, Thinker? Slang Wheezy, what's good, my dog? Berto, I say Berto. Berto, Bleach is my favorite anime. Nobody can take it away from me. I'm telling you, I feel like Bleach is the best out of the big three. And that's not no disrespect to Naruto and One Piece. I genuinely think those are some really good animes, but I'm taking Bleach, bro. What's good, Trooper? Naruto's the best. Here's the thing, bro. I'm not mad at that. I'm not going to argue with you. Like, Naruto is obviously peak anime, peak fiction, great storytelling. But, like, when I'm telling you, bro, I was watching that shit as that shit was coming out. Like I grew up on that shit. And the only reason Naruto really took the lead for me is because Bleach went on a hiatus because the creator, I'm pretty sure he got sick or some shit. Appreciate that follow. Welcome to the family. So real life, when I was watching it live and like the episodes were coming out weekly, I was really fucking with Bleach more. Like I was more locked in with Bleach. And you got to think back then, Bleach really kind of got put on the back burner as far as animation and quality, because again, the creator, he got sick and he had to sit down. You know, he had to bow out and rush the ending, bro. So like, and so now him coming back and finishing this shit, I'm telling you, give Bleach another shot. If you're a diehard like Naruto fan, I'm not trying to shit on Naruto or One Piece. Like both are peak. One Piece is crushing it with the new animation. But Bleach is one of them, especially if you can stomach older animation style. Go back, watch Bleach. It's one of them. It's genuinely one of them. And now with the 1,000-Year Blood War, I'm not gonna lie, there's not much competing with it as far as visuals and storytelling. I only watched Attack on Titan. It was 10 out of 10, but the ending sucks so badly. Yeah, Attack on Titan's ending, bro. It was underwhelming. Mid to say, yeah. I think that's the best way to put Attack on Titan's ending. But it's hard to shit on the anime because of how great it was. Like it was such a great watch. It's kind of like, all right, whatever. I get like y'all dropped the ball at the end, but whatever. We'll just take that on the chin. But, you know, still a great anime. Attack on Titan was one of them ones. I just watched Uzumaki and it was cray. Uzumaki? What anime is that? I hope you're not calling Naruto Uzumaki. I mean, his name is Naruto Uzumaki, but is there another anime just called Uzumaki? The ending was as expected. Literally accomplished nothing for real. On me. Ruined the series for me. Really? I don't know. I feel like I enjoyed it so much to where it's like, you know, I feel like I enjoyed it so much to where it's like, yeah, weak ass ending, but I'll take it, bro. Whatever. I enjoyed it too much along the way. NGL. Let me get these vids queued up for us. Yelena, go ahead and bring that word of the day for me. We got some good ones today. One of them is long.
I'll be honest with you, big gay people are scared.
When we get to our hotel rooms, do you have any weird habits?
We have a long ass video today, but I still think it's gonna be good. But y'all tell me, y'all want to knock out that couple of big long one first? Pause. Hey, yo. Or should we go with save the longest for
What's
last?
popping, y'all?
I'm already kind of thinking we probably should knock it out first, but
Steve.
You gay for saying that? Bro, I said pause. I literally said pause. Yelena with the word of the day. If it wasn't for the struggles, you wouldn't be as strong as you are today. God is always building you up, even when it feels like he's breaking you down. Can I get an amen in the chat?
Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto?
Amen in the chat. Amen in the chat. And with that being said, let's get right back to that. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all could be anywhere, but you decided to be here with your boy today. Where you at, family? I love y'all. Let's have another amazing stream. Y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe. Get your popcorn. Make sure you stayed hydrated. We're about to get to it. Let's do it. So y'all said y'all want to go to this long one first? It's 41 minutes, chat. Y'all ready? It's four, or should we knock out like a few, then do the long one, and then go back to the regulars? Berto got 5 water bottles next to him. Come on, man. I told you, I stay hydrated. I stay hydrated. Overly hydrated. Pink Boba, what up? I don't recognize your name, but it doesn't say you're a first-time chatter. You must be new to leaving comments. Welcome. Talk some more. All right. I guess we going with the long one. I watched the YouTube videos. Well, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome. It's always a pleasure to have new family members show up. All right, let's do the damn thing, chat. Y'all know what to do. Spam up.
Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto?
We got a good one. We got a fucking movie. Get your popcorn. Y'all niggas got y'all snacks. First reaction of the night. Let's go. The Art of Faking Your Identity, Ariana's Illusion.
Every few years, Ariana Grande
Join the
seems to have
Twitch,
a
link
new
in the description.
identity.
Where you at,
How
Berto?
she looks, acts, and talks today is entirely different than the person she was just a few years ago.
You are a Capricorn and like to follow the world of astrology, yes?
I know people love that. People love that, and that's why people don't like.
Hold on. Ariana low-key sound like she got some melanin on her and her skin darker. Hold on. Which Ariana Grande is this? This one from a different multiverse? She sound like a whole nigga.
My shows
When we get to our hotel rooms, do you have any weird habits?
come together and share stories and hang out.
Not only did she lose a concerning amount of weight for her
Whoa.
recent Disney movie, but she also would get overly emotional
She's been
during
cloned?
interviews, grabbing tightly onto her co-star for protection or bursting into tears when asked simple questions.
In what ways the person sitting next to you changed you?
What
for
up,
good?
Drac?
Oh my gosh.
You're so weird.
Considering how famous Ariana is, she's quite mysterious. On the surface, she appears to be a sweet girl's girl who has suffered a tremendous amount of trauma. But when you dive a little deeper, the cracks in the facade begin to form, and you start to notice a pattern of destruction surrounding Ariana, which always ends in her getting
I ain't like big on like shipping and shit, but Ariana Grande and Mac Miller, that was a cute couple. I remember growing up seeing them and being like, that they looked good together. Wasn't there like a bunch of drama with their breakup? Wasn't there like, cause Mac low-key died a tragic death, wasn't there some big drama with that shit too? They'll probably talk about it.
more successful and rich. Today we are going to uncover who Ariana Grande actually is and what she is continuously trying to hide. But it all could stem from the darkness she was
R.I.P.
subjected
Mac
to
Miller,
on the set
man.
of Nickelodeon, because she worked for the infamous Dan Schneider, a TV executive with allegations of horrific crimes against children on set. Dan Schneider was the most powerful producer and showrunner at Nickelodeon during their early 2000s peak. He created countless iconic shows such as All That,
Yeah, I
Keenan
know,
and
it's
Kel,
crazy,
The
Cap.
Amanda
It's
Show,
crazy.
Drake and Josh, Zoe 101, iCarly, and his last home run series was Victorious, where Ariana Grande earned the role of Kat Valentine. Victorious is about a girl who attends a performing arts
I'm not gonna cap. I had the biggest, like, back then it was Ariana Grande, Victorious, Selena Gomez. Who else was like big, like, oh my God, I'm watching just to see her talk. Huge crush on those three. Top three. Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, Victorious. They was the best. And I ain't gonna lie, iCarly, she was at the time, she was hitting too. Like, I'm turning on the TV, foaming from the mouth, like, yo, this is peak.
And aspires to be a famous singer. In 2010, iCarly and Victorious were the top 2 live-action shows on Nickelodeon, helping the network maintain its 16-year status as the #1 network on all of cable. Victorious aired from 2010 to 2013 through 4 seasons,
Selena Gomez
winning
took
favorite
the cake,
TV
though.
show at
I
the
feel like she was
2012
my
and
favorite.
2013 Kids' Choice Awards, as well as 4 Emmy nominations. Simply put, this show was the big break Ariana needed to have a successful career in the entertainment industry.
No, holy shit. You know who really took the cake? Vanessa Hudgens, nigga. Vanessa Hudgens was the baddest. Vanessa Hudgens looks good to this day. High School Musical drop, Vanessa Hudgens? Yeah. Whoa. She took the fucking cake, nigga.
Industry, but working with Dan Schneider may have scarred her for life. Before the show premiered, Nickelodeon Productions partnered with Sony Music Entertainment to co-produce the series and develop talent to release their music. Ariana was the perfect addition to the show due to her amazing singing capabilities. She was actually so good that she didn't get much screen time performing because evidently the producers didn't want her to outshine their main character, Victoria Justice. Instead, Ariana's role in the show was the airheaded girl who says literally anything that is on her mind. Perfect for Dan Schneider to take advantage of and insert his infamous creepy innuendos.
Jesus.
Sometimes I wonder if you can get juice
Name of the
from a potato.
title? Y'all see it?
Is it possible for a
What the
teenage
fuck?
girl to drink water upside down? I'm thirsty.
Yeah, the producers was on some kinky ass shit, bro. What the fuck is this?
It's not possible. This has been me in a video. Come on, give up the juice.
Two hands gripping the potato, screaming, "Give me the juice." Yo, that Snyder nigga, he needs to be dealt with. What?
This clip of Dan behind the scenes has been dissected many times over the years, where Ariana and Elizabeth Gillies seem visibly uncomfortable due to Dan's presence.
That was one of the better things I've ever heard.
Hey!
Hi, what's going on here?
Nothing. You didn't cut out that part.
Why are you sitting on the floor of the set?
Because we are.
Ariana is constantly looking around, covering up her body, and nervously starts singing as Dan towers over her. Many in the comments speculate that Liz started causing distractions so Dan wouldn't do whatever they seem to be afraid of. We also have this clip of Dan barging in on one of Ariana's voiceover sessions, where she can be seen nervously laughing and literally hiding from him as he approaches her.
Stop giggling. Take 4.
Okay. What did the young shrimp say when his mom asked him why he wouldn't share any of his toys?
All right, no. No, that sounded like this. It sounded like, okay. What did the young shrimp say when his mom said he wouldn't share?
Oh my god, bro. This is making me uncomfortable.
Of his toys. Try it again, but more cat-like.
But before we dive deeper, privacy online is becoming more important.
I see it. I know. Brand deal. Get your money, man. Get your money. I'm gonna get mine, but get yours.
Nearly 2 decades of Dan Schneider's reign at Nickelodeon, and media outlets finally began questioning the deeper intentions of his children's TV shows, specifically pointing out these nature of Victorious. Those designer threads
The
often
producer
have an
was
adult
on
sexiness that
the Epstein
unsuccessfully
Files?
straddles the line between tasteful and trampy. While guys are allowed to be quirky and weird looking, girls are uniformly cast from the same Bratz doll mold.
What?
Meanwhile, you had Dan writing about Ariana's character on his blog that said, "But what Kat does in this scene is a special variation of the spit take, where the liquid just falls out of her mouth. Yes, this is what I do for a living. I analyze the various kinds of spit takes. Not a bad job." Despite the seemingly endless amount of evidence, no adult
Yeah, bro. You know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but look at this guy, bro. Look at him. I could have told you what type of individual he was just by looking at him, bro. Hell no.
were investigating or challenging Dan's behavior.
I know he got dirt under his neck. I know. There's no way he can clean under there. I know it.
Ariana wasn't going to speak up because he had the power to change her life. And in 2013, it was finally her turn to be the next face of a new Dan Schneider series. However, that show would get canceled after only one season. In 2013, iCarly was officially over and Victorious was scheduled to end a few months later. Schneider decided to kill two birds with one stone and make a dual spin-off for both shows. He took a fan favorite from iCarly in Sam Puckett and a fan favorite from Victorious in Kat Valentine and created a teen sitcom titled Sam and Kat. The premise of the show revolved around the unlikely friendship of Sam and Kat, who meet and become roommates in Los Angeles while starting their own babysitting business to make ends meet. The pilot debuted on Nickelodeon to 4.2 million viewers and was surprisingly popular despite being a spin-off that was clearly inferior to its original shows. At the time of filming, Ariana's music career was just starting to take off. Her newest single, The Way, featuring Mac Miller, peaked at number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, and according to her co-star Jeanette McCurdy, she was constantly missing from the Nickelodeon set.
My co-star Ariana Grande is a burgeoning pop star who misses work regularly to go sing at award shows, record new songs, and do press for her upcoming album, while I stay back and angrily hold down the fort.
Jeanette would later reveal that she was jealous of Ariana. She said, "Every time something exciting happens to her..."
I feel bad for Sam, bro. I don't remember her real name. I think they literally just said it, but I just remember her as Sam. You know she went through a lot. I remember watching an interview, like she went through bro, all these kids, they went through so much bullshit, bro. It's so sad.
I feel like she robbed me of having that experience myself. And every time someone calls me a good sport, all I feel is how much I don't want to be one. Ariana misses work in pursuit of her music career while I act with a box. I'm pissed about it, and I'm pissed at her, jealous of her. In case you're wondering, one episode of Sam and Kat was based around Kat getting trapped in a box, and Sam spent the whole episode trying to get her out. The writers had to come up with a weird episode idea because Ariana was busy with other obligations and couldn't be on set to film. Additionally, at this time, Jeanette posted this strange Vine calling out Dan.
Hey Dan Schneider, I know you're watching my Vine. Do you like my Vine? Vine. Look what you've done to me.
Bro, these are so weird. Like, I know for a fact, at the time, we were looking at this and we didn't think anything of it. And it's not till after, when all of them have come out and expressed how weird shit was. When you see things like this, you're like, what the actual fuck? Shit is crazy, bro.
Considering she would speak out against him 10 years later, we now know he was really making her crazy. The question is, did Ariana know about this? In Jeanette's 2022 memoir, Schneider was mentioned solely as the creator. She wrote that the creator took her out to dinner, where he encouraged her to try alcohol for the first time and gave her a shoulder massage. The creator is doing the thing that I've heard from my co-stars he does with every new star of a show that he's making. He takes you under his wing. You're his favorite. But did Dan do the same thing to Ariana? Was Ariana missing shoot days as a form of escape, doing everything she could to have a successful music career so she wouldn't need her job at Nickelodeon? Or was she getting...
I mean, in Ariana Grande's defense, like, I'm a young 16-year-old girl that's knowing that this nigga is acting weird and doing weird shit. I would have did the same thing too, especially I'm like, hey, I'm popping in this music joint. I don't got to deal with this Snyder nigga no more. I'm a go focus on my music career too. So and start be missing on set. Fire me, shit. I'm about to get this music back. I'm gone.
Getting special treatment. Maybe Ariana had a great relationship with Dan Schneider, because rumors started to circulate that Ariana was getting higher pay than Jeanette, and Ariana really felt like she had to respond to this. She said, "As far as the show goes, I don't know what's happening because I'm not directly involved with the problem,
Master? Welcome
but I
to the
just wanted
stream.
to address this one rumor in particular because I am not making more money than my co-star, nor do I think I should be," she told her 14.3 million Twitter followers. So we can all move on and get out of our heads that this was a money thing, because I don't play like that at all. I am, have always been, and always will be about equality and fairness. She then sent a now deleted vague tweet reading, "Love you, and don't want you being in the dark about work-related things like this. Thank you for caring and supporting through and through." Since the two lead stars were having somewhat of a public feud, rumors persisted that there would not be a second season of Sam and Cat, and that would become true. Not only was Jeanette fed up with and ready to escape the control of Dan Schneider, but Ariana had just released her first album, Yours Truly, which peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 200. She was about to release a handful of singles
Grande
that would undoubtedly
like
secure her
ain't it?
a spot as a mainstream pop sensation.
Like, she be
Simply
going
put,
dumb.
Ariana did not need Nickelodeon anymore, and she posted a long farewell letter to Twitter. "I want to thank Nickelodeon for making a childhood dream of mine come true, for being a family to me, for being so accommodating and supportive of my multitasking with my music career. I want to thank Dan Schneider for allowing me to play such a special, beautiful character who I hid behind for so long." Nowhere in this extremely long tweet did she mention Jeanette McCurdy by name. Ariana spent most of this tweet describing her first identity crisis of her career. "What I mean by that is when I was younger, people loved Kat so much I used to pretend to be more like her. It took me a long time to be brave enough to separate myself and show people how different we actually are." And she capped off the statement with even more praise to the creator.
A lot of actors fall in this trap where they get known for like one character, and then it's like they play that character so long they literally start to act like that person in real life, which is, I'd imagine, is a weird thing, especially the character that Ariana Grande was playing. That was such an immature like character to actually be playing IRL and acting like IRL. I'm sure that was a weird ass thing.
"From the bottom of my heart to a true friend of mine, Dan Schneider. I will never take those memories or lessons learned for granted." I personally wonder if Ariana Grande would call Dan Schneider a true friend of hers in 2026. It seemed like Jeanette McCurdy felt slighted by this whole situation and went on to make a satirical character based on Ariana named Gloriana in a web series titled What's Next for Sarah.
Holy dick balls. Sarah Bronson. I haven't seen you in like, I don't know, a week? Oh my God, I'm joining you. God, it has been such a long day. I've been to the facialist and the manicurist and the nutritionist. It's like, what even? Like, what is life like? I can't.
The Ariana parody character was vegan, extremely full of herself, and had a total disregard for Jeanette.
So, how have you been? What have you been up to now that your show's been canceled? That's a super bummer, right? Yeah, it sucks. I've just been... Anyway, I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off, except not like a chicken because I'm vegan, obvi. Oh, you're vegan? Oh my God. Oh my...
There's people like this in real life. They're so narcissistic. Like, you try to hold a conversation with them and you can't even get nothing off. They'll literally ask you how your day was and then cut you off and talk about themselves. That's not something Ariana Grande would say. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know these people. I'm not gonna really pick sides because I can't really tell. I'm sure to a degree, this is probably Sam's real experience. Why do I keep calling her Sam? I need to pay attention and remember her name. But I don't know. They were both young. They were both young. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some ego in there somewhere, you know. But she was dealing with her own shit.
God, I didn't tell you. It's like the biggest change in my life. It's like the best thing that's ever happened to me. I am so happy. Like, I'm doing so well. I have never been better.
Jeanette even added to the rumors that Ariana was a serial cheater. Perez Hilton tweeted about Jeanette's series, "Can I be in an upcoming episode? I can be Gloriana's obnoxious gay brother." Jeanette replied, Oh my god, yes. Or Gloriana's boyfriend who gets cheated on 8 times.
Damn.
Ariana never directly spoke about Jeanette or Dan Schneider publicly ever again. However, a couple years ago, when the Quiet on Set documentary revealed the overwhelming amount of horrific claims against Dan Schneider, Ariana gave a perfectly vague response.
There's not a word for how devastating that is to hear about, and so I think the environment just needs to be made a lot safer all around. Like I said, I'm still in real time reprocessing my relationship to it. Now looking back on some of the clips, I'm like, that's damn, like really? And then the things that weren't approved for the network were snuck onto like our website or whatever it was, and that is another discovery. But going into it, I guess
Ariana Grande is PR'd to the bone. She don't want no parts of this. She's PR'd to the bone. She did not say, she literally just said a bunch of nothing. That's kind of crazy. I wonder, like, bro, that nigga had you doing some weird ass shit. Why does it feel like she's kind of dancing around it? Address that shit. That's weird.
I'm upset.
Now, to be fair, nobody would expect her to divulge her own traumas to the world if she had experienced any. But also, her not getting into specifics about Dan or Jeanette shows her world-class PR training.
That's what I'm saying. She's PR'd to the bone.
Jeanette was just the first of many whistleblowers to accuse Ariana of being a completely different person behind the scenes. After she left Nickelodeon, Ariana gained a reputation for being a homewrecker. Following the end of her 3-year relationship with Graham Phillips, she briefly dated actor Christian Fortune after he appeared on Victorious in 2010. Years later, his ex-girlfriend Ricky Valentina accused Grande of stealing her boyfriend at the time. Then in 2012, Grande started a 2-year on-again, off-again relationship with Australian YouTuber Jai Brooks, who later accused Ariana of cheating on him with singer Nathan Skies. Yes, I was cheated on. Yes, it does suck. Yes, I was left for another man, Brooks tweeted.
Those kinds of accusations being thrown at me are completely false and more than anything, just hurtful and shocking. But at the end of the day, I just would like to move forward and...
I don't know. I don't doubt that she cheated. I mean, again, young, famous, fast life, fast pace, moving around. A lot of bullshit's already going on in the industry. Not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's not believable.
Forget about
it. In 2014, Ariana grew close to rapper Big Sean, which was interesting because Sean proposed to actress Naya Rivera just a few months.
I forgot Big Sean and her were together. Damn, I forgot about that.
Earlier. In her memoir, Naya recalls entering Sean's home and finding a little girl sitting cross-legged on the couch listening to music. Rivera revealed it was someone whose name rhymes with Smariana Schmande. After the end of Sean's engagement in April of 2014, they were photographed together at the Grove movie theater in LA. The couple soon confirmed their relationship and were together for the next 8 months.
getting around.
And while relationship drama can be considered low-hanging fruit in the world of celebrity gossip, for Ariana, it's a core part of her girlfriend aesthetic persona. Majority of her multi-platinum selling music framed.
Thank you. Next. I know that song. Damn, hold on. Hold on. She was on to some shit, bruh. She was really hopping Johnson from Johnson. And that made a multi-platinum recorded record off it. Oh, hell no.
Romance as intoxicating. She presents herself as irresistible and desired by men. Well, she often refers to them as boys, relating to her young fan base.
I said Break Your Heart Right Back is about a boy who cheats on a girl with a boy. I never said my ex cheated on me with a boy. That's not what I ever said.
Unlike other pop stars, she doesn't act like a boss babe, but rather emotionally vulnerable and attached to the man that she loves, which seems to change every other week. It's interesting because she appears to be deeply devoted to her partner, then out of nowhere she exits the relationship, drops a song, gets more famous, and moves on to the next one. And songs like My Everything, Love Me Hard, harder, and Break Free highlight this cycle. And because of this pattern, it got easier for tabloids to catch Ariana in situations that painted her as an unhinged narcissist who felt free to take or do anything she wanted. Paparazzi and gossip blogs rushed to expose her as a diva and spread stories of unrealistic demands and frequent mistreatment of others.
That was a
For
song.
example, some claim that Grande insisted on being carried like a baby by staff when she doesn't feel like walking. In another expose, an Australian photographer claimed that Ariana had a long list of demands.
Man, I don't give a fuck how much y'all paying me. You want me to carry you because you don't feel like walking? The fuck out my face, man.
When it came to being photographed, including refusing to be photographed from her right side or in natural light. He also claimed that she walked out midway through the shoot, and her team demanded that the photos be deleted. When he refused, the photographer said he was later approached by a member of the singer's security team who attempted to prevent him from closing the tailgate on his car as he stowed his equipment. And this story in particular started to become less of an unfounded rumor and more of a well-known character trait. A member of a camera crew shared that Grande was prone to throwing extreme tantrums if she didn't get her way. She demanded to be shot only on her left side and told the lighting crew that if they used red light, she would K herself. Now, of course, these could all just be rumors that are spread to try and take down.
Yeah, nah, man. Where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. That bitch must have been tripping.
One of the biggest emerging pop stars of the 2010s. But it's actually almost impossible to find an interview in the past 10 years where she isn't being shot on her left side, with the exception of when she is on talk shows and therefore has no control. Because that's exactly what this is about, control. Ariana doing everything in her power to control how the public perceives her,
shit, this
all the way down
good,
to choosing
man.
which side of her face you get to see. And even still, many might see these demands as standard for a pop star of her caliber. However, her disgusting behavior at a local donut shop in LA was inexcusable. On July 4th, 2015, Grande and 3 others visited Wolfie Donuts in Los Angeles, California. While waiting to be served, camera footage showed Ariana licking donuts on a display rack while an employee was not looking. Her backup dancer and boyfriend at the time, Ricky Alvarez, can also be seen.
Caucasian activity, bro.
Oh my god, want to see me lick this donut?
What? Like, I don't even think I would have thought this was funny in elementary school. What the, like, this is actually cringe as fuck. And look at them. They're all like busting out laughing. Fucking weird, bro.
Seen licking several donuts.
Look, she's jumping
Moments
for
later,
joy.
Grande would make a statement that almost ruined her career. Now, before 2016, saying you hate America was actually a pretty controversial statement. Ariana did her best to save face, saying, "I am extremely proud to be an American, and I've always made it clear that I love my country. What I said in a private moment with my friend who was buying the donuts was taken out of context, and I'm sorry for not using more discretion with my words. With my new responsibility to others as a
We're focused on her hating America and her not licking the donuts that are going to be sold to people. What's going on? Why are the priorities being fucked up here?
Public figure, I will strive to be better." But in this statement, she did not address her licking the donuts that were intended for the sale and consumption of other customers. Slowly but surely, the cracks in Ariana's sweet and innocent image were starting to form. It only got worse when people started pointing out that her outward appearance was constantly changing as well, especially when it came to her choice of accent.
How old was she right there? I feel like she was probably 18, 19-ish.
Makeup and wardrobe, which made her look like different racial stereotypes. By 2016, Ariana Grande had successfully broken away from Nickelodeon. She had multiple Billboard charting songs and albums, including a summer love anthem alongside Nicki Minaj. Her vocal range set her apart from her peers, earning her comparisons to the legendary Mariah Carey. And for most of her career, she kept her background and ethnicity to herself. She only briefly discussed her Italian heritage, saying, "My nonna, grandmother, here is the best
Sheer
cook in the
crazy
world.
thinker.
We had Sunday sauce, the best marinara sauce ever. We had the Italian cookies and all that good stuff. Every Christmas she'd make zeppoli and spiedini and everything Italian. And of course all of this is fine. It's not like anyone needs to know a performer's race or family origins. But Ariana started turning heads when her complexion noticeably darkened over time, most prominently during her 2016 MTV.
Alright. Why are you the same skin color as Nicki Minaj, bitch? Chad, is this blackface, bro? Hey, man. Why are you the same color as Nicki Minaj?
VMA's performance alongside Nicki Minaj. Her styling also included bolder contouring, fuller lips, long acrylic nails, hoop earrings, and streetwear inspired fashion.
I'm not mad at her getting into some little street fashion. That's cool. That's cool. You can switch your swag up, but that tan was looking a little crazy though.
But beyond the excessive tanning and style changes, Grande deliberately changed the way she spoke. It was such an extreme shift that even fans have referred to this as the Blackiana period.
Kill me, get your ass in here.
Whoa. Hold on. Nah. What?
Spoke. It was such an extreme shift that even fans have referred to this as the Blackiana period.
Kill me, get your ass in here.
Oh yeah, she was definitely saying the N-word, bro. She, in this point, the way she sounds right here, I ain't gonna lie, she would have said the N-word and I might not even have caught it. She sounded a little too comfortable. Who is this? Blackiana Grande? Hold on.
Come on, girl.
Rumor mill for a second.
Girl.
What's the craziest? Has anyone said anything to you about Mac?
You know, I love my Mac lipstick. This is the Mac I'm here to talk about today, girl. Come on. I'm like, it's my cookie, it's my juice, okay? Carry on. Thank you, next. That's what this baby picture says.
She changes her voice so often, I don't think
On me, Code Switch of Doom. Hey, appreciate the sub. Welcome to the Where You At family. Appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. Much love, Oscar.
she even knows her real voice anymore. This, compared to how she talks now, is wild. When she dropped
That's
her 2016
crazy.
album, Dangerous Woman, it appeared that a new persona shift was upon us. She was no longer the sweet girl, and now a
My boy Oscar,
no-nonsense
welcome,
diva.
welcome,
However,
brother.
this was her first and only album that did not reach the #1 spot on the Billboard Hot 200. Despite this, the album still became certified gold that year. It was decent in the opinion of her fans. Not her best, not her worst, but they definitely preferred the sweet and gentle girlfriend core Ariana. Lucky for them, she was about to dive headfirst into a new relationship with rapper Mac Miller.
This was her peak. This nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Mac, this relationship, I remember, I feel like that was what brought her PR to the top. Damn. RIP Mac, man. Got my Nikes on my feet and the beat, not. What y'all know about that, man? Y'all don't know about that OG Mac Miller, man. For real. Like, this nigga's really a GOAT. Like, he helped cultivate a whole wave type shit. Come on, man. RIP Mac.
Unfortunately, that relationship would end tragically. Mac and Ariana first met in November of 2012. They collaborated on music and remained friends for several years before being spotted kissing at a restaurant in Encino, California in August of 2016. They made their relationship official that same month and made numerous public appearances together as a couple. Their chemistry was undeniable, and fans felt like they were soulmates. Mac Miller dropped an album called The Divine Feminine, which was somewhat of an ode to Ariana. This was also the first album he created while being 100% sober. Mac was making a real commitment to staying off drugs, and it appears Ariana made that easier for him. They did multiple live performances together, and fans absolutely adored
Damn, I'm
them.
getting
Their
chills
eyes are
watching
literally
this, bro.
sparkling. They were so in love. Mac was so high in love. Hope they end well in a pair.
Damn, bro. When you think about how hey, I don't care what y'all say. We can't blame Ariana for how Mac went out. But I just got the chills thinking to myself, this nigga was a druggie he fell in love with a woman that made him so inspired to get off the drugs to the point where he made one of his best projects musically sober and was like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally striving like, I'm good, I'm off the drugs, I'm in love. This nigga was high on love. And then they break up, he gets back on the drugs, and he lost his life to drugs. The reason I say we can't blame her, because at the end of the day, bro, like, that's just not right. Like, I'm not saying that there's not things that she could have done better, but we don't know the relationship. So I just feel like that's completely out of pocket to put the death of somebody else's life on somebody. That's not right. But it is still sad, bro. Very tragic. And that shit genuinely gives me the chills, bro. Wait, what did she do? Why people blame her? People blamed her because based off even what's going on right now, it's like Mac was so in love with her. Like he was getting off the drugs for her. He's like, bro, I'm locked in with my queen. I don't need these drugs. And you know, again, they broke up at some point, and then at some point he started tweening back on the drugs. And some would say this is like an example of why you don't get into relationships when you don't have a good foundation for yourself. Because essentially, I'm not saying like I know this for sure, so I don't want nobody on the internet or YouTube start grilling me and say like I'm saying stuff that I don't know. I don't know for sure, but in theory, it's like he replaced his addiction with love, in theory. And when that love fell short, because he never really resolved that addiction issue, he fell back into the bullshit. In theory, though, please don't, because I swear you YouTube niggas, bro, y'all get so mad in these comment sections, start saying hateful things. And I'm like, I'm just giving an opinion and a thought. I'm not saying that this is what happened. All right.
Parallel universe. Mac made a birthday post dedicated to Ariana that read, "Happy birthday to this adorable, pure soul who has reminded me what being happy feels like. Thank you for loving me so good." And after nearly 2 years together, no drama, and seemingly a perfect relationship, Ariana and Mac parted ways as a result of their busy work schedules. She wrote on IG, "I respect and adore him endlessly and am grateful to have him in my life in any form, at all times, regardless of how our relationship changes or what the universe holds for each of us." 72 hours after their breakup, US Weekly reported that Ariana and comedian Pete Davidson were spotted hanging out at the Saturday night.
Damn, Ariana, you cold, bro. 72 hours after the announced breakup, you already popping out with a nigga, bro. Damn. Nah, Ariana cold. You cold.
Night Live after party. That same night, he went to her apartment to hang out with mutual friends. Pete wore sweatpants and a t-shirt, while Ariana was coming from the Met Gala.
This nigga's Pete's run needs to be studied, bro.
Gown. Pete said, "At the end
this
of the
nigga was
night,
fucking everybody
left,
ho.
and then it was just me and her." And I was like, well, if there was ever a shot, it would be now. Go for it. Keep in mind that all of this actually went down 2 days before Mac and Ariana had publicly announced their breakup. On May 18th, just 4 days after the SNL after party, media outlets confirmed Ariana and Pete were dating. That same day, Pete covered his tattoo dedicated to his ex. His tattoo artist said, "I told Pete, hey dude, let's just stop with the girlfriend tats until after Grande is your wife, because relationships come and go." Unfortunately, his advice went in one ear and out the other, as the new couple would get matching tattoos in the shape of a cloud.
Yeah, this nigga Pete's run needs to be studied, bro. What was this nigga slinging? This nigga was fucking Kim Kardashian after Kanye West. How'd he pull that shit off?
Pete even began engagement ring shopping shortly after meeting Ariana. The day I met her, I was like, hey, I'll marry you tomorrow. Despite appearing to be absolutely infatuated with one another, many fans were unsettled by how quickly Ariana seemed to move on. 1 week after the breakup, Mac was arrested for DUI and hit and run after crashing his Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon into a power pole in the San Fernando Valley and fleeing the scene. A viral tweet reacting to the situation read, Mac Miller totaling his G-Wagon and getting a DUI after Ariana Grande dumped him for another dude after he poured his heart out on a 10-song album to her called The Divine Feminine is just the most heartbreaking thing happening in Hollywood. Ariana responded, how absurd that you minimize female self-respect and self-worth by saying someone should stay in a toxic relationship because he wrote an entire album about them. It's interesting that she described this relationship as toxic when it seemed the exact opposite. We would later learn that by toxic, she probably meant the toxic substances that Mac was putting into his body, because the reality is having a partner that is suffering from addiction is extremely unsustainable in the
And that's why I said you can't blame her, man. The way she handles certain shit, we can point and we can definitely be like, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't right. That was, you know, not very genuine. But at the end of the day, I ain't never been in a relationship with somebody that's struggling with addiction, but I can only imagine that it's hard because it's like you might love them and you want to stay and see them do better, but then at a certain point, like, do you trade your own happiness and mental health, you know, trying to figure out their situation? Yeah, love is also a dangerous drug. Exactly, Chad. So it's like, it's hard. It's hard. I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer because, you know, you might love that person to death and it's a blessing if you could stay and commit to him and, you know, help him through that. But just also imagine watching somebody you love so dearly just self-destructing and going back and forth and would you be wrong to leave? Like, I can't deal with this. I can't. So I don't know, bro. It's just a tough situation, bro. Tough.
long run. Ariana said, I'm not a babysitter or a mother, and no woman should feel that they need to be. I have cared for him and tried to support his sobriety and prayed for his balance for years, and always will, of course. But shaming and blaming a woman for a man's inability to keep his together is a very major problem. From there, Pete and Ariana posted nonstop on Instagram like two 15-year-olds on Tumblr, writing captions like, I thought you into my life. You know what you dream it would be like? It's better than that. I am a Pete Davidson update account. On June 11th, 2018, just 1 month into their relationship, they announced their engagement, and Pete gave her a pendant of his late father's firefighter badge as he tragically passed away during the 9/11 attacks. Shortly after, Mac Miller dropped his album Swimming, which is an extremely beautiful and vulnerable piece of music about his sadness while dealing with heartbreak.
This is fucked, bro. This is so fucked, bro. Again, can't blame her, but I definitely see why people are blaming her.
Pitchfork.
This nigga was spiraling, and it was like they were just playing in his face. Holy shit.
Wrote, he's gone from you and me against the world to just me against the world.
This is
the furthest
sad,
he'll go
bro.
is acknowledging life was a lot easier with Grande than without her. She put me back together when I was out of order, he admits on Perfecto. Ariana dropped her album Sweetener just 2 weeks after Mac's album, which went #1 on the Billboard Hot 200, and literally had a song called Pete Davidson, showing just
Yo, I'm dead ass getting chills, bro. This shit is fucking my head up. It's like she was playing in his face, bro.
how infatuated she was with him. But then tragically, a few weeks after Ariana dropped her album, Mac Miller passed away from an accidental drug overdose. Immediately after, fans were blaming Ariana for Mac's death, essentially saying that the heartbreak, lack of support from her, and quickly moving on to Pete Davidson was a recipe for disaster. Now, normal adults understand that you can't blame someone's lifelong addiction on one girlfriend. Then again, when something like this happens, we tend to ask ourselves if we could have done more to prevent it. Mac's death marked the beginning of the end of Ariana and Pete's relationship, with TMZ reporting that she was emotionally paralyzed in the aftermath. Despite
How could you not? I ain't gonna lie. if Ariana Grande had no reaction to Mac Miller's death, I damn near would take back everything I just said. Oh, she's out of there. She doesn't give a fuck about nothing. Because, but look, I'm not luckily, but that wasn't the case. Because I think anyone with half a heart would be like, holy shit, what just happened? This is sad, bro.
Rushing the engagement, the ceremony didn't have the same urgency, as the summer passed without locking down a venue, buying a wedding dress, or even picking a date. About a month after Mac passed, Ariana called off the engagement and returned the $100,000 ring that Pete got her. While media outlets framed the breakup as mutual, it appeared to hit Davidson particularly hard. He canceled a scheduled comedy gig and was later photographed looking disheveled as he arrived at his mother's house days later. Shortly after, Pete returned to the stage in Los Angeles, reportedly joking about needing a new roommate, covering his Ariana-inspired tattoos, and people hoping he doesn't K himself. Meanwhile, Ariana was working on a new breakup pop anthem called Thank You Next.
I just got chills, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I feel so conflicted. Again, I'm still not gonna sit here as an adult and blame Ariana Grande for Mac Miller's death, but wholly distasteful. Wholly distasteful. This is crazy.
The song may seem toxic on the surface, but the lyrics are essentially her sharing positive memories and experiences about her exes. She sung, "And for Pete, I'm so thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm because he was an angel." And even though these relationships ended up in heartbreak and tragedy, Ariana was cashing in big time, as this song was #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 weeks, which was her most successful song of her entire career up until this point. Thank You Next would also be established as the name of her album, with a song on there that was called Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored, which was all the evidence her critics needed to confirm that she had been intentionally destroying relationships for her own benefit countless times in the past. And with all this newfound success, she rolled out a new persona. Ariana has gone through so many changes like this that people have dubbed her,
oh yeah, no. Blackiana Grande with the fade. What else we got on here? Naviana Grande. Oh my God. Briankiana Grande. Africana Grande. Nah. Oh shit, bro. This is fucked. What is up with her? Ariana, the last race bender. Didn't even peep that. That's crazy.
A race bender, which is someone who changes their accent and appearance to make their art more acceptable to the public or purely for the sake of profit. In 2019, she made headlines for race bending once more, this time facing accusations of Asian fishing, a term used to describe when a non-Asian person alters their appearance, style, or mannerisms to appear East Asian or Asian influenced. The term was popularized as a response to the fox eye trend, in which people use makeup to make their eyes appear more narrow. Ariana infamously posted a photo showing her new Japanese tattoo, which was meant to reference her song 7 Rings. However, the poorly researched characters translated to small barbecue grill, a now
bitch did not research her tattoo before she got it.
Deleted photo shoot went viral where Ariana looked unrecognizable, appearing pale with straight brows and pink lipstick reminiscent of Korean beauty trends. It was like she was soft launching a new prototype for her next personality, but decided against it after the image wouldn't sell. Her ability to turn on and off different personas was so apparent that you can literally hear her change her voice.
And now she's acting. And now she's acting. And now she's acting. I mean, I guess she started off acting, so that's not even a crazy point, but maybe she's just a world-class actor, bro. She just gets in whatever bag she needs to. She's a fucking chameleon.
And demeanor mid-interview to appear more soft and sweet while talking about Thank You Next.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course, like with the Thank You Next hook, that's like one of my favorite stories, is Victoria, I was like obsessed with the chords. Like everyone was like, okay, this is like something.
And in that same year, Ariana was
she
going
got,
to get
like,
another chance to
personality
change
disorder.
her
She got
image yet
different
again. She was
personalities,
going to
nigga.
transition from being a major pop star to being an A-list Hollywood actor. The only problem was the more she stepped into this role, the more people started to question if she was seriously unstable. In November of 2021, Variety reported that Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande had been cast as Elphaba and Glinda in Universal's big screen adaptation of the Tony Award-winning musical Wicked. And this was a dream come true for Ariana. She had kept in contact with writers and producers for a decade and spent 6 months getting ready for the auditions. She even made a tweet in 2011 that read, "Loved seeing Wicked again. Amazing production. Made me realize again how badly I want to play Glinda at some."
She tweeted this in 2011?
Point in my life. Hashtag dream role. Her preparation involved daily singing and acting lessons, all while she appeared as a judge on The Voice. She said, "I worked really hard with a vocal coach and an acting coach to get ready because Glinda's vocal track is very different than what I usually sing. It's very operatic and very classical, sort of coloratura, which is different from doing a falsetto and whistle tones. I wanted to sound authentic in singing opera, and I started 2 months before my first audition." Ariana auditioned 5 times for the role of Glinda because director John M. Chu was initially hesitant to book her. At the time, the director's concerns were valid since Ariana had never headlined a high-budget film with millions of dollars at stake, but ultimately, director Chu began to change his mind. I was like,
she doesn't have different personalities. She just never stopped acting. Berto, her whole life has been a performance. I see.
Ariana Grande is a big name. That's a giant thing to put on Wicked, but there was no question every time she came in that you just wanted to see more of that. Unfortunately for Ariana, it didn't seem like she had much time to celebrate. She was about to face another scandal where she would once again be accused of ruining relationships for her own benefit. Leading up to the release of her long-awaited role in Wicked, People magazine reported Grande had separated from her husband, Dalton Gomez, after 2 years of marriage.
When did she
I
get
don't know
married?
why, but the announcement came as a shock to fans, who believed they were madly in love and
When did she get
seemingly
married?
inseparable. Gomez was a luxury real estate agent who began dating Ariana in January of 2020, and they announced their engagement 11 months later. So Ariana was taking this one slow. The couple were married at their home in Montecito, California. A source told People, "Dalton's entirely unfazed by the scope of her celebrity and is very grounding for her. He's young but mature and knows what he wants out of life." However, rumors of a potential split surfaced in August of 2022 after Ariana posted a TikTok without her wedding ring. Grande later clarified that the ring was being cleaned, insisting, "I'm not getting a divorce. Before you start, don't." Ariana then shared photos of herself and Gomez on Valentine's Day. Dalton responded to this post describing Ariana as his forever Valentine, while Ariana reshared it adding, "I love you." 3 months later, they
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not against people posting each other, their significant other on social media, but I'm starting to see, like, doesn't it feel like when couples are like overly performative, like just showing each other off nonstop, like they have to prove something to us, like they got to prove to us their love? It always kind of seems like those relationships end, you know, versus, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't post your partner, but the ones that just kind of just exist in real life, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is my partner, but I don't need to show you every single moment of our relationship. Like, it's like they're flexing the relationship. I don't know, man. This is just an observation that I'm seeing, especially in this video. It's like she shows off every nigga to the death, and then they break up. And every single one, it's like, "You're the love of my life. You're the love of my life. You're the love of my life. Be with you forever. Tattoos. Let's get married the next day." It's like, okay. It's like she's trying to prove to us, like, "Oh no, this one's the one. This one's is gonna be forever." This is why relationships should stay private. Again, I'm not saying that. I think it's cute. I think it's cool when you could pop out with your partner. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that, but it does make me give you the side eye when it feels like, all right, bro, we get it. You're together. You're in love. Like, are you trying to prove to us you're in love or prove to yourself? Because Jesus.
celebrated their second anniversary with another Instagram post. But after she was spotted without her wedding ring and wedding band at Wimbledon on July 16th, TMZ confirmed the couple was heading for divorce. But the end of yet another relationship wasn't necessarily what shocked fans. It was that less than 72 hours after the public had learned about the end of her marriage, people reported that Ariana was dating her Wicked co-star and Tony-nominated actor Ethan Slater, who also weirdly looks exactly like her brother.
Ariana Grande is low-key a fucking Johnson Hopper, bruh. Appreciate the pennies. Holy shit. And this nigga looks like a fucking Oompa Loompa. L plays.
Frankie Grande. If the quick rebound wasn't weird enough, Slater had recently been in the press introducing his first child with his wife, Lily J. Lily J told Page 6 in an interview, "Ariana's the story, really. She's not a girl's girl. My family is just collateral damage." Even TMZ revealed Ariana used to hang out with both Ethan and Lily while they were still a happily married couple, and even liked his Instagram tribute to Lily on Mother's Day in May 2023, which painted the picture that she was secretly plotting on their demise as a couple. It also didn't help when both Ariana and Ethan filed for divorce before moving in together weeks later. In response, insiders clarified that both couples were technically separated before Grande and Slater started dating, and tried to paint it as star-crossed lovers meeting on set. But critics looked at her as someone who broke up a marriage with a new child just because she was bored again. In her single, Yes And, she addresses the criticism surrounding her relationship, singing,
Much
"Your
love,
business
Zoa.
is yours and mine is mine. Why do you care so much about whose I ride?" And in interviews, she kept giving these vague responses.
I feel like we don't need to go into any specifics, but of course there's like an insatiable frustration, inexplicable, hellish feeling with watching people misunderstand the people you love and you and anything.
Like the true pro that Ariana is, instead of confirming or denying any rumors, she basically just told everyone to listen to her new album and decide for themselves what is real or not.
I think it's the absolute worst idea. I'm so nervous. Well, because pieces of it touch on things that are real, and then pieces of it are also just like
a part of the concept.
Yeah, part of the concept. So what is that separation? And it's so scary to leave it up to these selective memory people to decipher. It's scary, but I digress. Too late. The vinyls have been printed.
However, nobody suffered more than Slater's ex-wife, who wrote an essay for The Cut detailing the sudden shift in her marriage. She described how it felt to endure the humiliation during the promotion for Wicked, as it was a haunting reminder of the saddest days of my life.
Damn it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, Ariana Grande, man, she cold. She cold. She cut from a different cloth, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Again, I'ma stand on what I said. I'm not gonna blame a nigga's death on her or nothing like that. But, holy shit. With a record like this, she foul, bruh. She cold. She cold. She cold,
If you haven't noticed a
she
pattern
cold.
by now, Ariana seems to get into relationships, more often than not, with taken men right around the time that she is promoting her newest project. The relationship drama makes headlines and keeps people talking, but even her fans couldn't defend her for being a homewrecker, so there was very little sympathy for her online. But that was about to change. By 2024, Ariana had fully immersed herself into the character as Glinda, which meant, of course, another image and voice change. She looked incredibly frail during press interviews. Her pale skin and considerable amount of weight loss made her look like an entirely different person. Plus, she had dropped her previous accent she was putting on for years and now opted for this new whimsical Old English type of cadence.
Because I really do think that there is, at the core, a good person who got lost along the way.
I had the incredible honor of going to the Givenchy atelier.
Oh, and then my therapist called, and then my gynecologist called, and I was like, oh my God, thank you. can we celebrate over my next breast exam? Like, is everything okay? First of all, is everything good? And she was like, congratulations! And I was like, wow.
Now, some could argue this is just a version of method acting, but it goes deeper. Ariana and Cynthia developed a close friendship while working together on Wicked.
Too close. That shit got weird. I don't know if it was a reliable source, but I think I ended up seeing something post that they had like a open relationship going on or something. Maybe Patrick will give us the real.
Ariana said, "We talk a lot about this pact that we made to take care of each
They was
other and to
bumping
be
cooch.
really honest with each other about anything that were to come up." She even went as far as reaching out to her co-star after receiving her contract. I was like, hey, let's go through this thing, because if you need something, we need it together. I want us to have each other's backs. Like, your problems become my problems, and mine become yours. Cynthia felt similarly, and has referred to Grande as a family member for life, adding that their voices blended in a way that they didn't initially expect. But when we sing together, it just
Cold
works,
cat.
and that she and her co-star have cultivated a friendship that allows us to have these real, deep, connective conversations. It's almost like Ariana understands how deeply the press becomes invested in her personal relationships. However, normally it's with her romantic relationships with men, and the way the two describe their friendship is akin to a deep romantic relationship. But it was about to take a strange turn, because during promotional interviews for the film, the two would get overly emotional. The interviewer would ask a simple question, and Cynthia would appear to be wounded out of nowhere, and Ariana was right there to offer emotional support.
Watching Elphaba and seeing this character, you're not gonna tell me.
Not the time, helicopter!
Without exaggeration, almost every interview in the Wicked press tour
The fuck is wrong with hey, bro? Holly weird, man. That's all I'ma fucking say. Holy shit, I've seen enough, bro. What is wrong with these people? They ain't even motherfucker asked, how's your day? And, are you okay, my love? My love, my heart.
stories like this. There are an endless supply of moments in interviews where both women held hands, embraced each other, or became overly emotional over simple questions about their time on set. It made the production of Wicked seem like an outer world trauma bonding experience, like the two had suffered tragedies you could never imagine when they were literally just singing on a Disney set.
It's also my first time ever doing a jump.
You have been the light of the day. You are
truly-
such a gift.
You brought such light into the room. Thank you very much.
We
for
appreciate
coming into
you.
this room today.
Thank you.
We needed to.
Yeah, bro, they gotta be in on it, bro. This is an inside joke. I just hope they're like in their room laughing, you know, pointing and laughing at all the memes and all the fucking theories, and I don't know. They're just like the biggest trolls ever, bro. Because ain't no way. There's no way they're taking themselves this seriously. This is crazy, bro. What is this?
Yeah.
You're both beautiful. Thank you so much.
We love you. Thank
Have a lovely rest of
you.
your day.
You too.
Thank you,
Thank
Pink
you.
News.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Over time, Cynthia also appeared to be overprotective of Ariana. Someone could be running by in a crowded area, a drink could spill on the floor, or somebody would reach out to shake Ariana's hand, and sure, some of them were inconveniences, but Cynthia always rushed to Ariana as if she might have to be taken to the hospital. If the goal was to make Ariana look like the sweet, innocent girl who suffered inconceivable tragedy to her fans, it worked. Meanwhile, the rest of the public had gotten tired of Ariana Grande and the publicity over the years.
These memes
All
were
of it
so
just felt
funny,
like one
bro.
big meme, so they just made fun of her. They saw it as just another identity transformation for Ariana to sell whatever she is working on. Then again, following her Golden Globes appearance, fans praised her more natural look, commenting that she was looking like herself again, then joking that the Glinda cosplay is over, and calling it the best she's looked in years. Then again, her dedication to this role was objectively great for her career. Wicked earned $758 million at the worldwide
Did
box
any of y'all
office
watch
and
that
was a
shit?
certified
Was it
smash
good?
hit, also securing 10 different award nominations, including one for Best Picture. Wicked for Good also generated $500 million at the box office, but didn't exactly win over the Academy.
wasn't
The
good?
movie wasn't that great.
Or y'all
the
didn't
two
watch
have
it?
amazing on-screen
Everybody
chemistry,
said, "Hell
but spent
nah,
the most of
Jesus."
the movie apart, the voter said. They also expressed being completely turned off by their promotional emotional performances, describing it as forced and claimed that Ariana and Cynthia sucked the air out of any red carpet they were on, and no one wanted to go through that again. It's hard to pretend Ariana Grande is just an innocent bystander in her own controversies. There is this cycle or pattern that she goes through that has clearly benefited her career thus far. Get into a new relationship with a man who may or may not be single, dive headfirst into love and desire, write a bunch of love music, make a ton of money, start looking at other men on the market, which leads to the downfall of the current relationship, write some good heartbreak music, make a ton of money again, then break up and start the process all over again with a new boy. Multiple times we have seen her exit a long-term relationship, then start a new one in less than a week, which is not normal behavior. And when you literally release a song called "Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored," it's no longer a coincidence. This is calculated branding.
Yeah, nah. Ariana Grande, cold, bruh. A man eater? Very well might be, chat. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this one in the comment section. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'll see you on the next vid, ski. I'm gone. Join the Twitch. Link in the description. Wow. That was a good-ass video, though. But, damn. Like, I knew what was going on, but I didn't know it was like that, though. Like, I knew there was some shit going on with Ariana Grande, but I didn't know it was like that, though. I didn't know it was like that, though. I'm pissed. Yeah, that was, again, like, great video. But now I'm like, damn, kind of lost a lot of respect for you, shorty. Certain shit, it's kind of like, damn, shorty. Damn, shorty, I ain't know you was moving like that. I ain't know you moving like that, baby girl. I'm gonna unfollow her. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, man, let's get into the next joint. Yo, Berto, I know this is off topic. One thing I need to know is that outro song. That shit hits. Or, right here. I made this shit look too easy, huh? It's literally called, here, I'll pull it up for you. If you didn't know, now you know. If you didn't know, now you know. Right here, brother. Right here. Way too easy, 340 Ori. Made up. The OG. Only the real ones know. Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Hold up. I'm trying to find. Where is this video?
Like standing by my.
There's a video I want to react to, but I gotta find the original clip. Let me see. Made a whole black scatter. You made the beat? Yeah, I made the beat on that one. I didn't rap on that one, but Feek went crazy. My bad, Chad. I'm looking for something. I'm trying to find some. Damn. W40 viewers in the chat, man. Where you at, family? I'm telling you, we growing, yo. The way our shit growing, I'm telling you, this shit about to get wicked. Fuck it, I might have to just go to the original interview and find the part that I want to see. Cause I found the interview, but it's an hour long. I'm not trying to watch this whole shit. Y'all saw that Shia LaBeouf shit where he got arrested and then he got interviewed and he was explaining why he got arrested. W Oscar with the gifted sub, man. Everybody spam W Oscar in the chat. My nigga Oscar. And shout out to my dog King with the pennies, man. I love my penny throwers. Hell yeah, hell yeah. W pennies in the chat. Damn, bro, I ain't got no timestamps or nothing. Fuck. I'm trying to find. So this is the interview, and it's like there's a part I'm trying to find.
Before, in general, like. So I gotta eat it, you know. Yeah. I know that when California. Do it, bro. What did he do? Why? All right, so shut up for a second. What are you good at, Andrew? You're holding on to the girl, holding on to family, holding on to fear. I've been forced to get sober. What would they be if they did? You'd be. I mean, there's It'd be ridiculous for them. And that's. How do you look back in the review? Twigs and all that. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Go improve after something like that.
Berto, you think it's too early for me to fall in love with Yellow? Yeah. I think it's too early. The thing about love, you can fall in love fast, and love is a fleeting emotion. But ultimately, I would say I think it's too early. I wouldn't rush it, man. But I think y'all are moving at a good pace, though. You know what I'm saying? Have fun, enjoy it, but take it slow. And the time is right, you know. DG with the gift in my boy.
Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto?
Oh shit. Gotta update the sub goal. Cause we make money now. We're real streamers now. WDG in the chat, WDG in the chat, my dog. King with the pennies.
Where you at, Berto?
W pennies, man. Nigga just throwing pennies at my forehead. I love it. What should we go? 130? Are we 130 level? What's crazy, my spot could never get took. That nigga DG said ain't nobody ever donating more than me. All right, y'all. I couldn't find what I'm looking for, so I'm just gonna have to do some reaction interception. I mean, I don't know why I ain't just start with that, because it's not like it's not something we don't do, bro. But come on, let's get into this next vid. Hey, thank you for everybody that's subbing up, though. Appreciate y'all, man. Pause. Why I gotta say pause? What the fuck did I say that deserves a pause, bro? I ain't say nah. I ain't say nah. I ain't say Jake nah. Not gonna lie, if I could give 100 subs, I would. I'm just broke right now. I appreciate that, man. At the end of the day, y'all don't ever have to donate. Y'all don't ever have to donate. The fact that y'all do, I appreciate it. But what's more, like the most important thing to me is showing up and being part of the streams and, you know, being active in the community. Title is crazy, I know, but it'll make sense when we watch it. Spam up. 3, 2, 1.
Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto?
Big gay people scare me. This is Shia LaBeouf. YouTube. Just want to be clear. I was just reading a title of another video I'm reacting to. Do not hit me on the head for no weird stuff, man. I'm watching something that is public on YouTube, man.
I'll be honest with you. Big gay people are.
I know. We have to watch it with Night Talk, but freaking, I couldn't find the original clip, so we're doing some reaction interception. Let's see what Shia LaBeouf has to say here.
I'll be honest with you. Big gay people are scary to me. What do you mean? When I'm like standing by myself and 3 gay dudes are next to me touching my leg, I get scared.
He's going viral again. If you're not aware, he just got arrested during Mardi Gras out there in the NO, starting up some ish. Viral showed him getting it.
All right, I don't want to hear this nigga talk, but pretty much what happened is Shia LaBeouf got arrested out in Louisiana, and it looked like he even got his ass beat. And then Shia LaBeouf gets interviewed, and he kind of lets us know why and what happened.
The charge is crazy. The charge is crazy on that, bro. Happened. It ain't working.
Oh my gosh.
Stay down.
All right, yeah, let's not get cooked on YouTube and watch too much of that.
Just intoxicated, bro.
You do that one more time,
Which is such a bad look, bro. Such a bad look, dog.
Yeah, so this is Shia LaBeouf getting pieced up at Mardi Gras for whatever reason. Now, let's get to the interview. He's going to talk about what happened and why.
Is that in the future? Boy, you got me. Wait a second. I got a better answer. Give me a second, bro.
Okay, cool.
I had a real, look how smart I was right here, bro. I look like a fucking scholar right here with this shit. Look at my fucking, look how I did it right here. Wait, look at the shape. You do okay, stop for a second. Let me think for a second. Look at the shape, though. I look like I'm thinking, huh? Look at I'm thinking hard as fuck, bro. Oh my God.
Yo, Shia's
I'm
a character,
thinking so
bro.
hard. What was the question?
It's like, the whole thing is like, you know, if you're gonna keep staying out, partying, having fun, probably gonna wanna like create almost a harm reduction strategy.
Here's the truth. Here's the truth. On Mardi Gras, everybody's got motivations on Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is Mardi Gras. God bless these dudes. I'm sorry it happened. Mardi Gras. They want to make it an extra thing. I understand. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Get it. Go.
Well, I just think, right, like, if you're gonna stay out and keep doing this.
Look, here's my truth. I'm in the street all day. Yeah, I'm outside all day long before Mardi Gras. After Mardi Gras, I'm outside all day long. This city is love, bro. I get no fucking weirdo from no weird. There's not an ounce, not a smidgen of any weirdo out here with me walking around.
Yeah.
It's love, nonstop love. It's nonstop love from both sides.
You feel like it's different in LA in that way?
No, LA's love too. Bro, I'm like Will Smith. I'm like an uncle, dog.
Yeah.
So I just move around. It's love everywhere. I don't get love. I get love pretty much everywhere. The minute I get into trouble is with a person who is after something.
After what kind of thing? Like inciting a reaction?
I am an opportunity sometimes to someone. That's not to minimize my behavior, but I get it. I'm bright and as fuck when I walk around, and I get, listen, if you're like a Twigs fan or something like, I don't know, bro. I have no fucking idea, bro. It's not my business. It's not my business. Here's what I know. I can only deal with my side. My side is this. My behavior, bullshit. I gotta deal with that. Does that mean I gotta go to rehab again? I'm just not into it, bro. I don't think my answers are there. I don't. I genuinely don't. If I genuinely did, I'd go. I don't think I have a drinking problem. I think I have a different problem, and I'm gonna address it.
And what's that problem?
I think I have a small man complex, some kind of Napoleonic, I don't know what it is. I think it's something that has to do with anger and
some accountability here, though. We gotta respect that to a degree. Might not respect his actions. I'm not saying that we approve of that. And I'm not saying because you take accountability, we just look the other way. But At least it's always nice to hear somebody that has a problem be like, hey, no, I have a problem. And this is what I think it is.
Ego more so than my drinking. But that's where I'm at now on my journey, and I'm trying to navigate it. I'll figure it out.
What kind of things set off that anger?
What kind of things set off that anger? I mean, boy, I haven't experienced it for a while, but I'll be honest with you, big gay people are scary to me.
What do you mean?
When I'm like standing
What do you mean by that?
by myself and 3 gay dudes are next to me touching my leg, I get scared. I'm sorry. If that's homophobic, then I'm that.
What? Hey, what did he just say? He said, I can't even repeat what he said, because y'all gonna clip that and get me in trouble. What?
I'm sorry. If that's homophobic, then I'm that.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot?
No, it just happened one time.
Recently?
Well, that's why I got arrested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were sort of being groped.
So those were gay guys that were jumping him outside the club. Oh shit. Clip of doom.
And surrounded.
I'm not gonna say that because my lawyer said, "Oh, dude."
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We can back up.
I am wrong for touching anyone ever.
Okay.
And that's the end of my statement on this whole shit.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Moving back to like what kind of things would set off that Napoleon complex?
Being challenged, my masculinity being challenged, somebody touching my girl, or touching my kid, or, you know, I'm good with gay. Be gay over there, though. Don't be gay in my lap.
I can agree with that. I don't got no problem with nothing. I've said this. I've actually said this on camera before. Like, I don't have no problem with no gay people. I don't care what you do, but just respect me though. You know, respect me, and I'm gonna respect you. That right there, what he said is factual. That what right there, what now, what I don't know, I wasn't there. I didn't see what happened. We didn't see what happened. I mean, shit, we saw him getting his paws put on him outside the club. So what I'm piecing together is something made him feel as if he needed to, Shia LaBeouf needed to get physical with somebody, and then they retaliated, and then, you know, they looked like they ganged up on him and got him done, and then he got arrested. But Shia LaBeouf seems to be taking accountability, saying that, hey, he shouldn't have put his hands on nobody. So it looks like he acknowledges that he's in the wrong. But I don't know. Yeah, from my experience, gay folks don't just start problems. In my experience, normal people don't just start problems. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's necessarily just has to be like a gay thing or anything like that. I just think some people don't have boundaries or just respect the people around them. I'm not gonna lie. Berto vid ain't gonna slide in the main, posted on Berto 2, bro. For real? Y'all think I'm gonna get cooked for posting this?
So you feel like when things
Don't say that.
you feel that you possess in a way are challenged, like your girl, your kid, if someone gets in the way of what they want to do.
Yeah, if somebody, there's personal space type stuff, you know, which gets weird at it's Mardi Gras. That's why, bro. I was drunk.
I think
and it's
I'm gonna
Mardi
get
Gras.
cooked for this.
So everything I'm saying is nonsense. It's Mardi Gras, you know.
But it sounds like this complex is maybe something that you noticed for a long time.
I mean, maybe, bro. I mean, my dad was raped by his cousin, so he was in my ear all the time. I don't know, maybe I am. Who the fuck knows, bro? I'm open to whatever somebody wants to say. It didn't feel like that when it happened. Look, and this is the worst thing to say, and I'm not gonna say it. I've never had no problem with gay people, never. I remember paying for people's like transition surgery when I was fucking around on the internet heavy. I've never been adversarial towards it, you know what I mean? But I don't know, I'm open to whatever. If somebody's got more information on the subject, then, you know, let me know. I know I'm fucking deep off into the Bible. I know what the Bible says.
About?
Homosexuality.
What does it say?
Nah.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Oh my God. I'm not gonna say too much on that because I don't know. I'm not qualified to confirm or debunk what Shia LaBeouf is saying, but I am. I can't believe he said that though.
Sexuality.
What does it say?
Nah.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
Wasn't that written a really long time ago?
Bro, you could do
Bro.
open or whatever. If somebody got more information
That's
on the subject,
crazy.
then, you know, let
That's
me know.
funny,
I know
bro.
I'm fucking deep off into the Bible. I know what the Bible says
About
homosexuality.
what does it say?
Nah.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
But wasn't that written a really long time ago?
Bro, you can do whatever you want with
Word.
the text. It's not my business.
Bruh, I'm not mad at dog one bit, bruh.
Word. Is this the rest of this just night yapping? Yeah, we straight off that, man. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think anybody should be putting their hands on nobody. And I don't know what happened. I mean, I saw Shia LaBeouf getting beat up outside the club. And we also saw Shia LaBeouf say that he was wrong putting his hands on anybody. So it seems like Shia LaBeouf started something. But only because he felt disrespected in some way. So I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Join the Twitch stream so you never miss a live stream reaction. I'm gone. Y'all really think I can't post that on my main, bro? Why? I feel like I can. That shit was not that deep. And I won't title it whatever bro titled it. I'll title it something more appropriate. Worst stuff on YouTube? Yeah, definitely. Even though that's never proven to be in favor with me, honestly. YouTube be cooking my stupid ass for nothing. For nothing. But I'll pay attention to the edit, make sure it looks good. I'm happy I was able to catch a BERTO stream after my birthday. Hey, man, I appreciate you being here, Oscar. Much love, gang. For real. Posted on BERTO 2 in case. Bro, I've been posting gaming videos on BERTO 2 now. I haven't even been posting reactions on BERTO 2 anymore. I've kind of changed BERTO 2 to just straight gaming videos right now. And I kind of don't want to fuck that up. I'm trying to grow BERTO Extra, though. BERTO Extra is my second reaction channel now. I love these streams. I love them too, bro. Like, I genuinely been having so much fun on stream. And I'm loving to see our community grow. It's like actually kind of crazy. Brick by brick. Hey, can't nobody say we ain't built this motherfucker brick by brick, man. On me. But it still doesn't matter. YouTube is dumb as shit. They allow people to do things that won't allow you, or maybe give you a strike. Bro, right now I have a warning on my channel that is already expired. I need to like get in contact with YouTube support because they gave me a warning, which is equivalent of a strike, but they gave me a warning and then took away, and then I did the training, and then I think I took the training, and I believe that it expired in February. February's over, and I still have the warning on my channel. Let me see if I can show y'all. This is low-key some bullshit. Like, I don't know. YouTube be pissing me off, bro. I mean, obviously, like, I love it. Like, I try not to complain because it's just, like, such a blessing, but some bullshit. Look at this, chat. So I have a warning on my channel. Your content violated, blah, blah, blah. If you receive the warning, take action. You can appeal it. I appealed it, obviously got rejected. I deleted the video. I got the warning September 11th, 2025. What does that say, chat? Training completed September 11th, 2025. What does this also say? You can take the appeal if you think we got it wrong. You can also take an optional training. The warning will be removed after 90 days. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are we not way over 90 days, bro? Why is this shit still on my channel? Why is this shit still on my channel? Bro. I don't know, bro. I gotta get in contact with YouTube support somehow, but they're like impossible to get in contact with. But hey, man, I'll figure that shit out. But anyways, enough complaining. God is good. God is good. Everything's good. Overly blessed. Can't complain. I see tears in his eyes. It be stupid shit, bro. All right, chat. Let's keep it pushing. Next vidski. Spam up.
Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto?
Ask me after this video, Cap. Kai Cenat's fashion journey is pathetic.
What's poppin', y'all? Kai Cenat has finally come back to explain this journal he's been walking around with for the past several months, and he says the following. I never really got to explain this journal clearly, so I'm going to start being transparent. He's already been too transparent. This journal was gifted to me in October of last year when I started to learn how clothes are made. October. It's March 1st. Which means that, what is that? Less than 6 months. Less than 6 months. This guy's been walking around this guy's been on his fashion journey for less than 6 months. Virgil Abloh and Kanye West spent like a year interning. And this was after they already had fashion experience. Virgil was an architect, went to college for that. So he had elements of design already in him. And Kai Cenat's walking around here, and he's been doing this for less than 6 months. Oh my goodness. This is, it's like, I don't want to hate on Kai Cenat, but it's like, dog, do you realize how detached you are? But anyway, he says, I decided to document everything I've been learning by writing and putting Polaroids in it. I've carried this with me ever since, and what I have started doing is scanning the pages and putting them online for anyone else learning about clothing.
You know what's crazy? Niggas hating, but they finna buy his shit. I'm curious to see what price point Kai Cenat puts his shit at. Mark my words, come back to this video and tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I see how Kai Cenat be dressing. That nigga's taste is not like cheap. Like he's not, and I'm not dissing anybody that shops at Zoomies or PacSun or some shit like that. But the way Kai Cenat be dressing and the things that he be putting together, that nigga has expensive taste. Like he's doing like, you know, high quality things. And he's promoting this on some like high fashion shit. I guarantee you that nigga shit's gonna be hundreds of dollars for t-shirts and $200 for hoodies. I promise you. That shit's not gonna be cheap. And that is gonna, I bet that's gonna be the new like point at Kai Cenat and be mad, because I know most of his demographic are like kids. But I promise you, he's not making this clothes for his demographic. He's making this for his celebrity friends that he could put onto his celebrities friends, and you know he'll wear it, and you know people will buy it. I think it'll be popular, and I think it'll be dope. Mind you, I'm not here saying that I'm gonna be mad that if he makes it expensive, but mark my words, that's gonna be the next controversy. That's gonna be the next controversy. Kai Cenat drops his clothing brand and it's expensive as fuck. Everyone's gonna be mad. The internet's gonna go into a whole frenzy about it. I promise.
Grateful for who I've met and what I'm continuously learning. I feel like I need to share it with you guys. No, you don't. You need to share it with us. This is oversharing. So I actually went to the website and I signed in, and I started opening this journal. So just in the first couple of pages, like you see him talking about the journey, right? And
y'all feel like that's selling
see
out?
all of these different, like a journal
I don't
gifted
think
to
so,
me as
man.
I was going around to different factories in Italy, learning.
How could you say it's a sellout? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that's selling out, because it's like, selling out to what? Bro dominated the streaming space. He's still gonna fucking stream. I know Kai Cenat's not gonna quit streaming. He's gonna come back and stream. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who is he selling out to? I don't think that's selling out, bro. I just think he's doing what he wants to do. And he likes clothes, clearly. You know? I don't think he's selling out, bro. Why should he not, though? I mean, if it's less than 500, then who cares? He should do what he wants. Yeah, I feel like he should do what he wants. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It'll be cool if he has some cheap options on his, like, like the expensive shit, and maybe he has some cheap options so that people that can't afford the expensive shit, can grab something too. But I don't think it's selling out, though.
And gaining as much knowledge as possible. I really wanted a videographer to document the journey by recording on camera, but I didn't have them with me yet. So here's me documenting everything with the journal and photos. Like, this could have been a TikTok of a girl going to some Italian factories for the first time in her life, because that's what this is. So October 11th, the first print out of some of the first collection before launch. Brief ideas. A lot of these items I like a lot. Some of them still need work. A lot of these are not confirmed. So he's just teasing this Vivette thing. And the reason why I find this so, it's kind of dumb too, is because imagine the Carter documentary, right? So for those of you that are a little bit older, or a little bit younger, I should say, there was a documentary called The Carter that was released in 2009. And it was released after The Carter 3. So a lot of it was the making of The Carter 3. And The Carter 3 ended up being the most successful album at that point in his career. It won Grammy for Best Rap Album and a lot of other awards. I think it was the one that sold 1 million first week, or was that The Carter 4? I think it was.
No, it was Carter 3.
It was one of the best-selling albums first week. Yeah, it
3
sold
for
over
sure.
1 million copies first week. So it went platinum first week, not the fake platinum with these putting a hit on. And there were also a lot of leaks involved, but it shows the entire process. Now, when did I say it released? 2009. The Carter 3 released in 2008. This was filmed during that process, but was it teased? No. Was it released? No. And why not? Because they wanted to wait and see what the hell happened with the Carter 3. If the Carter 3 sold 20K first week, and it was a massive flop, and everybody thought it was trash, and there was no hit, and there was no lollipop, and there was nothing.
This is kind of a good point. I feel like he's low-key rolling shit out backwards. He needs to give us the damn product. Where's the product? This nigga has been selling us this book, and he's not even selling us the book. I thought he was gonna sell us the book. He's been promoting this book. Nigga, give us some clothes. I'll say that. That's the only hating thing I will say. Give us the clothes, bro. Drop the clothes.
And because keep in mind, the Carter 3 had to get remade because the original Carter 3 just leaked. So much stuff ended up leaking. So Wayne was just like, all right, let's get back in. And it's a great documentary. Like, if you like Lil Wayne, you've probably seen it if you're a little bit older. But if you're a fan of Lil Wayne, I really suggest you watch this, because you get an insight into the work ethic of somebody like a Lil Wayne. Keep in mind, Lil Wayne was already rapping for 20 plus years before he did this documentary. Anyway, with that being said, this is like Kai Cenat releasing a documentary before the clothing didn't even drop. The album didn't drop. So imagine the Carter documentary comes out before the Carter album comes out. You're looking at it like, dog, what the hell is this? And then if it flops too, because with Kai Cenat, the clothing hasn't even released. There hasn't been a single collection. He hasn't sold a single item yet. And we haven't seen what.
Told y'all, Berto trying to cop that Kai Cenat merch. Bro, if the shit is hard, I will buy it. Y'all know me. I am not shy of spending money. One of my guilty pleasures is I like to spend money on nice things. So if the shit is hard, yes, I will buy some. The only way I won't be buying it is if that shit's like Balenciaga prices, like my nigga Pega was saying. I'm not spending thousands of dollars on fucking Kai Cenat VV-et or whatever the fuck it's called. Respectfully. Don't care if that shit's the hardest thing in the world. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I have morals. I'm down to pay $100 for a t-shirt, maybe a couple $100 on a hoodie, but I'm not going rent on hoodie though. Don't care. Not going I can't. I don't know at what stage in my life or career, no matter how rich I get, I don't think I could ever justify spending rent money on hoodie, bro. Thousands of dollars? Nah, can't.
The temperature check is, and the general public's thoughts on him as a designer and the clothing that he's produced. So the fact that he's putting this out, it just feels so like self-centered, and he wants to skip the process. And Rocky even pointed this out in a clip that when he was doing the interview with academics, and he was saying like, yo, come holla at me. Like, you don't got to show everybody the process, because people don't care about the process unless the result is something successful. Like, do you want to see some bum train every single day that's never going to make it to the NBA, right? Like, you want to see, oh, wait, this person went through the D-League, and then he played overseas for 2 years, and then he was in China for a year, and then he was in Lithuania, and then he made it to the NBA, and then now he dropped a documentary of him and his process that he had to go through. That's cool, because you know, like, oh, whoa, we're going from here, and we're ending at the top. Same thing with like a LaMelo Ball. Like, we followed that in real time, but that's because they were just on social media. And LaMelo Ball wasn't even young enough to get drafted at that time.
Trust me,
what they were doing with LaMelo and LiAngelo by like sending him, I think, 1 year in Lithuania, 1 year in Australia. That was really cool. And actually, if a documentary comes out about that, that would be really entertaining and really cool. But with a Kai Cenat, you're not even at the destination yet. And this is where I think it's just this influencer, streamer, oversharing ideology. And frankly, I'm going to show you guys a graph right now. Kai Cenat, this is, for those of it's a Dunning-Kruger effect graph. But basically, the x-axis is how good you are at something. Also, and then the y-axis is how confident you are about something. So, and it's also time as well. So, for example, early on, everything seems kind of easy. You're like, yo, that's light work. I could do that. And then you start, and it's kind of, and then you hit the valley of despair, which is when you realize, yo, this is way.
I don't think he's hating on Kai. I think he's making some good points. I don't think what he's saying is that Kai's shit sucks or that he's not going about it. I think what he's really trying to say is like, he's showing so much of the process for something we don't have the product to, which it's like, I understand promoting the process to build up some hype, but now I just am also kind of like, all right, where's the product though? It feels like, it almost feels like the product is this book. He's been promoting this book. Like, it almost feels like the first thing that's going to be sold is this book. At least that's how this like rollout has been feeling. That's the whole point. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is. If that's the whole point, then shit, he's doing a great job. But I thought nigga was selling clothes. But again, I don't know.
Harder than I thought. It's like rapping, right? Especially when you hear rappers that sound like they make it look easier. Like, yo, rapping must be easy. Making music must be easy. You go in there, you try to make a song. Let's say you even have the beat ready, you have an engineer, and it sounds like trash.
And I think another thing that Yasin is saying here, y'all not picking up, like, Kai has all the resources to make a great product no matter what, most likely. But the point is like, he's going so hard trying to prove to us that he is like dedicated to this clothes thing versus like everyone else that is dedicated to this clothes thing, like he's going high fashion designers type vibes. He's not going, like, for example, I'm working on a clothing brand right now. And you know, me and Dior are working on a clothing brand right now that we want to bring to y'all. But I'm not out here trying to like be like, yo, we are in the fucking factories, sewing machines, and you know, like, yeah, no, we're taking our time and we're coming up with ideas and trying to make sure that it's quality. But this nigga Kai is like trying to make it seem like he's on some Kanye West type shit. And maybe he is, but Kanye West has been building his clothing line for years. Virgil has been building his clothing lines for years. You know what I'm saying? Going through the system of, you know, going to school. I'm pretty sure Kanye West went to school for clothes or fashion and design or something like that. The arts, like he actually studied this in school. Not saying that Kai needs to go back to school, but the point is like, just like Kai did with his streaming career, he worked from zero and built it to what it is now. And now he obviously has a bunch of resources, so he can definitely skip steps. But it's like the way he's promoting it, it's like he's trying to convince us that he's like on some Virgil shit. And it's like, okay, bro, well, can we see the clothes? But again, bro, I get he's pushing the designer image too much. Like, let's see the clothes, let's see the product. And you know, I think Kai shit will be dope, you know, 5 years from now, if he's still going hard, and then he might actually get the respect that it seems that he so desperately wants. Like, he wants the respect from the fashion world. But it's like, bro, like, you gotta earn that. And your shit might still be hard as soon as it drops, but you gotta put the work in. The same way you earned your respect in the stream world, you gotta earn it in the fashion world.
Or you might think it sounds good, and then everyone's telling you, like, yo, this is terrible. You spend a couple of months, and you're like, damn, I really suck. And this is after a couple of months. So after a couple of months, you're less confident than you were on day one. And that's like Valley of Despair. I don't know if Kai Cenat's reached that yet. But Kai Cenat's at the point of the top of Mount Stupid. He's there with the clothes. He's there like showing up at Fashion Week. Dog, October. This is what really set me off. Like, this isn't something that he's been doing forever. This is something that he just got into.
Merch internationally?
Like, Bruce Drop 'em Off.
The clothing brand I'm making
like,
isn't
Bruce
merch.
Drop 'em Off used to sell clothes when he was like 16, 17. It was called like Condones, Condones. So he had attempted to like somewhat do like a fashion type of business. So it would make sense if a Bruce and even a Bruce isn't gonna do something like this.
But
so
yeah,
the fact that
we should ship
Cenat's out here
internationally.
making a documentary about him learning something that just started in October, and he's putting the stuff out like we care, is so self-centered, like big-headed. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, you should do this. I'm not saying he shouldn't document this. He should document this, but keep it to himself. Drop the clothing, and then, but I think this is like a promotional strategy, but this is what Kai Cenat's going to learn, and it's going to be a tough lesson. You want the respect of your clothing to leave your sphere of influence. So the best thing for Kai Cenat's clothing brand to be successful is for somebody who has no idea what the hell Kai Cenat is, or who the hell Kai Cenat is, or what a Vivette is, or what a journal is, or what Italian factory he went to. They just see a clothing item and they're like, damn, that's cool. And someone says like, yo, where'd you get that? They're like, oh, I don't know, I bought it. Well, obviously, like, you would have to go to his store, but like, oh, I just saw it on Instagram and I thought it was cool. And you're like, do you know who Kai Cenat is? That's his brand. He's like, I've heard of that guy. I didn't know it's his brand. But if it's going to be your fans that are buying the clothes and it sells out, because I think it's going to sell out because his fans are going to want to buy it and they're probably going to want to resell it. But then why would you even stop streaming? Because if you just kept streaming, kept doing content, and put out the clothes, they would buy it anyway because they're your fans.
Yeah, I think this is the point I'm trying to make, and I think Yasin is explaining it very well. Like, Kai is he's gonna hit a wall, and I think he'll overcome it, because chances are, again, he has all the resources to make an amazing product. So I think the product he drops is gonna be dope. It's gonna be cool. You know, the people that like it are gonna like it. The people that hate it are gonna hate it. But there's gonna be a lot of controversy. people are gonna be like, yo, this shit's expensive. His target audience that watch him stream are gonna be like, Will, what the fuck? We can't afford this shit. And it's gonna be some drama. And he's gonna come to the conclusion that there was really no point in me like dragging it out like this. Like, you're already Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat could have sold this book and it probably would have fucking sold out already, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's cool that he's trying to rebrand, but it's kind of like, why rebrand when, like, is that it? Is he no longer going to be streaming? Is he no longer going to be screaming into the mic? Is he just Mr. Nonchalant cool guy now? Like, yeah, maybe he's matured, but like, bro, I think he's still an entertainer at heart. Like, I just saw that he was in the fucking Scary Movie, the new Scary Movie trailer. Like, bro, he's an entertainer. You're still going to be, you know, fun and goofy and have a good time. So it's like, this isn't really a rebrand. This is kind of like just a rollout. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't think he's stupid enough to have unaffordable options. Okay. I hope not, but we'll see.
So seeing this, it's just like this little childish journal. It's so self-centered from what I'm... Not self-centered, because I don't think like Kai Cenat thinks he's like the hottest thing. But I think he's trying to shortcut everything. And you cannot shortcut greatness. It's impossible. You cannot. Everybody put in their dues. Look at Ye. Ye's been in fashion for, let's just say, his first collaboration. Not only has Ye been into fashion since he was a child himself, which this is something that Kai Cenat just recently picked up 2 to 3 years ago when he started getting money. But Ye's been into this stuff and style since he was a kid. When did he really start having success? Like, the first Yeezy collection didn't even perform that well, like the MSG one, or that was like season 3, I think. But the MSG moment with The Life of Pablo, that collection didn't do that well. It wasn't until like the Gap stuff did well, but it wasn't until maybe like late 20 teens, like 2018, 19, 20, and onward, especially now that he's doing everything on his own. And before that, he had partners. So now he's doing stuff on his own, and it wasn't until now that it started doing well for him. Well, he started off more with shoes, because shoes always did well for Ye. But even then, that's 2016. So he's been in the fashion game for well over a decade. And this is Ye, who was more successful in every measure before getting into fashion than Kai Cenat is. And we don't have a Ye documentary about fashion. We don't have Ye showing up. Well, he does share here and there, but he came into it humble. Like, we should have been seeing people catching Kai Cenat working for some Celine designer, handing him coffee. Like, a fan is like, yo, Kai Cenat went from streaming Mafiathon 3 and LeBron to collecting coffee for these. That's what we should have saw. Because that's you putting yourself down there and saying, you know what? I got to learn like everybody else. There is no shortcut to this. Like, yeah, you have money, but like people, like, we're going to know, money does not buy taste. And also, it would make sense if Kai Cenat partnered with a designer that people respect. Like, it could be a young dude, and that's the guy that's aiding Kai Cenat, and they're working as a team. But for him, like, dog, the guy is like using a freaking sewing machine. This started in October, bro. Like, this is so unreal. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see this collection, man. I really cannot, because it's gonna sell. It's not. That's not a thing. But are people going to clown this? Are they going to say it's trash? Because fashion is subjective, but you are objectively trash if you've only been doing something for a couple of months. Like, did those people at the Italian factories tell them how long their family's been in this and how long they've been working on design? This is why you got to respect. He needs to get the hell out of Italy. He needs to spend some time in Japan. He needs to spend some time at a omakase where they tell him, like, yo, these guys spent years just looking. He needs to watch that documentary, actually, about the sushi chef. These people spending years just learning about rice. Just the rice. How to prepare rice. Years of study before they can become a sushi chef. And this guy's talking about putting out a collection and learning this whole fashion thing that he's documented since October. It hasn't even been a full 6 months. It's October 11th is the first date. I'm recording this on March 1st.
Hey, man, again, I'm not mad at Kai maturing. I'm really not mad at anything he's doing, but it definitely does feel like he's trying to earn the respect as a this big fashion designer. He's like literally like, guys, look, I'm in the factories. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm a fashion guy now. You know what I mean? Like, okay, bro. It's cool that you're into fashion now. It's cool that you're learning about fashion. And it's cool that you want to like show us this process. But just like anything else in life, like you got to put your 10,000 hours in. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm not hating. Like, I'm genuinely excited to see where it goes. But I definitely feel like at this point, he's really trying to push the image. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. He's pushing an image of a designer who's worked so hard and he's only been doing it for a few months. Now, I'm not discrediting those few months. He's been working hard in those few months. And I hope that he continues to work hard and continues to strive in this industry. But it's like, you got to put your hours in, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when do we get the product? Because at this point, maybe there is no product coming out anytime soon. Maybe all of this goes out the window if he doesn't plan to drop his product for another 3 years, because he's going to take the time to like really perfect this. But then it's like, why would you announce it 3 years in advance? You know? So I think he already has the product. He's just trying to convince us that he's a Kanye level designer or some shit. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Join the Twitch stream so you never miss a live stream reaction. I'm not going to lie. You have had the nicest things to say because people have been frying him nonstop. I mean, you know, it's funny to point and laugh, but at the end of the day, I feel like, look, I'm not one to not point and laugh. I am all about laughing. But, you know, I'm not going to objectively just hate if I don't feel like there's anything to hate on. So I'm going to just keep it real. Like, I'm just always going to say my candid thoughts. So that's just what it is, for real. How's this video doing? Price. Berto, do you have a P.O. box? Not yet. I want to get one, but I just feel like the community is not big enough. Berto's aging like wine. Thank you. Wait, Berto, I wanted to tell you something. What up? Tell me. The rebrand got to fit the audience he already built. The audience he built is a crazy, chaos, random celebrity shit lovers, and it doesn't vibe with that deep fashion shit. And that's what I'm saying, but I just don't think he's actually rebranding. I just think it almost just feels like an act, because I feel like as soon as he cuts that stream on, he's just going to be himself. There's no way Kai Cenat's going to get on the stream and just be like this. Nope, nobody's going to watch him anymore. He's going to get on there. He's going to be entertained. He might be more mature. You know what I'm saying? He might be more like, I don't know, add a little bit more value to certain conversations. But like, that nigga is definitely not gonna get on stream and just be fucking chilling. Like bro, like he's gonna be Kai Cenat, bro. He's gonna be like, I think a best way to describe him is maybe like Kevin Hart. Like, Kevin Hart's a grown ass man. He's a comedian though. So he's funny. Like, when Kevin Hart is sitting down for an interview, he knows how to conduct himself. He knows how to hold a good conversation. Sometimes Kevin Hart has one of the most inspiring interviews that have dropped in a long, like, I remember I used to watch that shit just for motivational speeches sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't read what Cap said. My bad. Where is it at? Berto, you're like an older brother. I low key inspired by you, homie. You're like family for real. Yo, I really do appreciate that, man. You know, at the end of the day, man, I'm just a nigga that's trying. I get on here. I just myself, and you know what I'm saying? I'm happy that that can inspire you and lift you up in any way, shape, or form, bro. So like, thank you, bro. And you know, again, without y'all, I wouldn't be able to do this. And that's why every single stream I get on here and I thank y'all and let y'all know like how much I appreciate it, bro. But you know, that's why I call it a family for real, like, because again, it's weird. Like, I don't know you niggas. We didn't grow up together, but you know, it feels like, you know, y'all right here with me. So I appreciate that shit. Berto, drop them clothes before June 25th so Yellow can get some for my birthday. I don't have a date on when that clothes is dropping. I low key am like itching to leak and show y'all some shit, but I just don't want. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But me and Dior are working on a clothing brand, and we're gonna launch it together, and it's gonna be dope. That's gonna be another little endeavor for us, and I'm excited for that. Cause that was like the next big thing that me and Dior were talking about is like we wanted to do merch, and I still want to do merch at some point, but like I've done merch before and merch is cool, but y'all know how I am. Like me, like, you know, I like to put that shit on for real. Like I like to, you know, dress a certain way. And if I'm gonna sell something, I would like to sell something that I would actually wear. You feel me? So, and Dior was kind of on the same tip. So we were kind of like, you know what? Let's try to like make something that you know we would actually wear. And then we just started working. So don't know when that's coming, but know we're working on it. We've already got some samples and stuff back, and things are looking cool. Can you let me know? Can you like tell you the name of the brand? Nah. It's not even that deep. Like I could tell y'all, but it's just like I want when I like really start talking about that shit, you know, we're about to be like dropping it type shit. Same tip, pause. All right. Niggas can't even say normal shit no more. Fuck y'all. Y'all know what I meant, man. I'm not gonna say pause after every fucking sentence when I'm just saying regular things, man. Saying regular things. You know what I meant. You know what I meant. All right, y'all. I think this is the last vid of the night. How many we did? Oh, we went to work. Or really, we only did 3, it looks like, but that one was just long as fuck.
The art nervously laugh.
Yeah, we really only did 3, but that Ariana Grande one was long as shit. Good ass video though. All right, let's get into this last one. I think this one's gonna be good too. Spam up.
Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto? Where you at, Berto?
3, 2. The most painful celebrity deaths.
Irwin. On September 4th, 2006.
Oh, fuck. My bad, chat. There we go.
Steve Irwin. On September 4th, 2006, 44-year-old Steve Irwin was filming an underwater documentary segment at Bat Reef off the coast of Australia. The wildlife conservationist, known worldwide as the crocodile hunter, had spent decades working with dangerous animals, including
R.I.P. Big Steve, man. This nigga was the GOAT. I'm talking about the biggest GOAT. One thing, though, that's just so crazy. I mean, this man was wrestling alligators, pythons, the most dangerous animals in the world. And the nigga went out to a stingray, bruh. Come on.
crocodiles, venomous snakes, and sharks. That morning, Irwin and his crew were capturing footage for a documentary series called Ocean's Deadliest. Weather conditions had forced them to postpone other filming, so they decided to shoot some filler material in shallow water with stingrays. Stingrays are generally docile creatures that avoid confrontation with
R.I.P.
humans.
in the chat,
Fatal
man.
stingray attacks are
R.I.P.
exceptionally rare, with only a handful documented in history. Around 11 a.m., Irwin was swimming in chest-deep water above a stingray. He approached the animal to film it from above. The stingray, possibly mistaking Irwin for a predator or feeling threatened by the shadow above it, suddenly whipped its tail upward. The barbed tail struck Irwin multiple times in rapid succession. One strike pierced his chest, and the jagged barb penetrated directly into his heart, causing a 2-inch wound. The injury caused massive internal trauma and cardiac arrest. Irwin's crew immediately pulled him onto their boat and began CPR while rushing to shore. Despite frantic efforts to revive him, Steve Irwin was pronounced dead shortly after. The entire incident was captured on film, making it the only known fatal stingray attack ever recorded on video. However, the footage has never been publicly released and was destroyed at the request of Irwin's family.
Yeah, as it should. It's sad that we get to see so much stuff nowadays. That's why we're so fucking desensitized. Like, bro, I wouldn't want to even see that.
The shocking death made headlines worldwide. Millions of fans who had watched Irwin fearlessly handle deadly crocodiles and venomous snakes were stunned that he died from an animal considered relatively harmless. In the aftermath, Irwin's family continued his conservation work through the Australia Zoo and Wildlife Warriors organization. Bruce Lee. On July 20th, 1973, 32-year-old Bruce Lee was in Hong Kong, working on his upcoming film Game of Death. The martial arts superstar and international icon appeared to be in perfect health and peak physical condition. That afternoon, Lee attended a meeting at the apartment of actress Betty Ting Pei to discuss the film. Around 7 p.m., Lee complained of a headache. Ting Pei gave him a tablet of Equagesic, a prescription painkiller containing aspirin and a tranquilizer. Lee took the medication and lay down to rest in a bedroom. Hours passed. When others tried to wake Lee for a dinner...
Bruce Lee was a cokehead? What? I've never heard that. Is that facts? And I've never even, like, I mean, I know Bruce Lee wasn't alive, but I didn't know he went out tragically, though.
He would not respond. Ting Pei and producer Raymond Chow attempted to rouse him without success.
Why'd you time him out?
They called Lee's personal physician, who arrived and spent 10 minutes trying to revive him. An ambulance rushed Lee to Queen Elizabeth Hospital, but doctors were unable to revive him. Bruce Lee was pronounced dead at age 32. An autopsy revealed that Lee's brain had swollen significantly, weighing about 13% more than normal. The official cause of death was cerebral edema, swelling of the brain. Pathologists determined that Lee had suffered a severe allergic reaction to one of the components in the Equagesic painkiller.
What?
His brain's
Are you serious? I did not know Bruce Lee went out like this.
Sensitive reaction caused fatal swelling. The coroner's verdict was death by misadventure, meaning accidental death. The shocking death of someone so young and fit sparked immediate conspiracy theories. Over decades, people have speculated about everything from assassination by organized crime to a family curse, especially after Lee's son Brandon also died young in a freak accident. Some theories suggested heat stroke or dehydration. In 2022, researchers even proposed that Lee might have died from hyponatremia, essentially drinking too much water, which can also cause brain swelling.
Did I just hear that niggas can die from drinking too much water? Niggas can't get away with nothing, bro. This whole time, I'm drinking fucking 4 or 5 bottles of water a day, and you telling me this shit can harm my life? My God, nigga.
However, the official medical conclusion remains that Bruce Lee died from an allergic reaction to medication. Lee's death remains one of the most discussed and analyzed celebrity deaths, a medical mystery that continues generating theories decades later. Isadora Duncan. On September 14, 1927, 50-year-old Isadora Duncan was riding in an open-air sports car through Nice, France. The American-born dancer had revolutionized modern dance and was known for her flowing, dramatic style both on stage and in daily life. Duncan was a passenger in an Amilcar automobile driven by a young French-Italian mechanic named Benoît Falchetto. She was wearing one of her signature accessories, an extremely long, hand-painted silk scarf that hung loosely around her neck and trailed down her back. As the car accelerated down the street around 9 p.m., Duncan's scarf began flowing in the wind. The long fabric caught in the car's open-spoke rear wheel and became entangled in the rear axle. The scarf wound tightly around the rotating axle in an instant. Because the scarf was wrapped around Duncan's neck, the sudden tension yanked her violently out of the moving vehicle.
Oh my
The
gosh.
force was tremendous. Duncan was pulled backward out of the car and onto the cobblestone street. The scarf tightened around her neck like a noose, strangling her. Her neck broke from the violent force, killing her almost instantly.
Yeah, that's like gotta be top 10 oralist ways to go out, bruh. No, couldn't be me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's tragic as fuck. I couldn't go out like this. I couldn't go out like this.
She was dragged several feet along the street before the driver realized what had happened and stopped the car.
Nigga, you didn't see her body propel out? Nah, that nigga committed murder, gang. That nigga set her up. This nigga didn't see her body fly out of the passenger seat. He just kept driving. Yeah, miss me with that.
Witnesses described the horrific scene of Duncan lying on the cobblestones, the scarf still wrapped tightly around her neck and tangled in the car's axle. She died before medical help could arrive. The bizarre accident shocked the world and became immediate international
That nigga
news.
got away with
Writer
that?
Gertrude Stein remarked that affectations can be dangerous, referring to Duncan's habit of wearing such dramatic flowing scarves. The manner of death was so unusual that medical professionals later coined the term Isadora Duncan syndrome to describe accidental strangulation by clothing or accessories caught in machinery.
Damn, imagine going out so sad. They name, hey, dumb ways to die with your name. Yeah, bruh. Can't go out like that.
Media coverage at the time described the death as an extraordinary manner for such a celebrated artist to die. Duncan's tragic end became one of history's most famous freak accidents, a cautionary tale about how fashion choices and moving machinery can combine with fatal results. Anton Yelchin. On June 19, 2016, 27-year-old Anton Yelchin returned to his Los Angeles home in the early morning hours after a rehearsal with friends. The rising star, known for playing Pavel Chekhov in the rebooted Star Trek films, lived in a house on a steep driveway in Studio City. Yelchin drove a 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee equipped with a controversial electronic gear shifter. Around 1:10 a.m., Yelchin parked his SUV on the sloped driveway and exited the vehicle. What he apparently didn't realize was that the gear shifter's confusing design had left the vehicle in neutral rather than park. The Jeep began rolling backward down the incline. Yelchin was positioned between his vehicle and a brick mailbox pillar with a security fence when the SUV started moving. The Jeep pinned him against the brick pillar and metal security gate. The crushing force trapped his body between the vehicle and the solid structure. He was unable to escape or call for help. Friends found him several hours later.
This nigga, bro. This nigga, a car rolled into him that he put into park or thought he put into park. Yeah, now we're starting to just get into dumb ways to die, bro.
Still pinned between his Jeep and the gate. Emergency responders arrived quickly, but Anton Yelchin was pronounced dead at the scene from traumatic asphyxia caused by the crushing compression. He had likely lived for several minutes while trapped, unable to breathe properly due to the pressure on his chest. The tragedy became even more disturbing when investigators revealed that Yelchin's vehicle was part of a massive recall. Fiat Chrysler had recalled over 1 million vehicles, including his model, because the electronic gear shifter design confused drivers. The shifter's design made it difficult to determine what gear the vehicle was actually in, leading to numerous rollaway incidents. Yelchin had received recall notices but hadn't yet brought his vehicle in for the repair. His parents filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Fiat Chrysler, arguing that the defective design killed their son. In 2018...
Yeah, I'm suing the fuck out of you niggas. I need $1 billion.
the family reached a confidential settlement with the automaker. Yelchin's shocking death robbed Hollywood of a promising talent and became a cautionary tale that prompted automotive companies to reconsider electronic shifter designs. David Carradine. On June 4, 2009, 72-year-old David Carradine was staying at the Swiss Hotel Nilert Park in Bangkok, Thailand, while filming a movie. The actor, famous for the 1970s television series Kung Fu and Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill films, had checked into the hotel alone. On the morning of June 4th, a hotel maid entered Carradine's room for housekeeping. She discovered his body in the closet. Carradine was found hanging with a rope around his neck and genitals. He was unclothed. Thai police were called immediately and began investigating. Initial reports suggested possible self-harm, but evidence quickly pointed toward a different conclusion. The scene indicated accidental death during a solitary intimate act gone wrong. Thai authorities determined that Carradine had died from asphyxiation, but not intentionally. A second autopsy conducted in the United States confirmed the findings: death by asphyxiation with no evidence of self-harm. The conclusion was that Carradine had accidentally strangled himself during a dangerous practice.
He accidentally strangled himself while trying to pleasure himself. So I be telling y'all, some of y'all niggas be too fucking freaked out. Too fucking freaked out. That's your damn problem. You lead a life of lust, you're finna get bust, man. Jesus.
The circumstances of
he was the original Goonacide. This is the original Goonacide.
Carradine's death ignited a massive media frenzy. Tabloid newspapers published graphic leaked photographs from the death scene, causing tremendous anguish to his family. Some family members
this is the original Goonacide, chat.
About possible foul play, suggesting he might have been attacked. However, authorities in both Thailand and the United States consistently ruled the death accidental. Carradine's death certificate officially listed the cause as asphyxiation due to accident. The incident remains one of Hollywood's most startling celebrity deaths, demonstrating how a public figure's final moments can be shockingly at odds with their carefully cultivated image. Vic Morrow. On July 23, 1982, 53-year-old actor Vic Morrow was filming a night scene for Twilight Zone the movie at Indian Dunes in California. The scene depicted a Vietnam War scenario, with Morrow's character rescuing 2 children from a village under attack. The production had hired 2 child actors, 7-year-old Micah Ding Lei and 6-year-old Renee Shin-Yi Chen. The scene called for Morrow to carry the children through water while a helicopter hovered overhead and explosions detonated around them. Filming began around 2:20 a.m. The helicopter was flying at low altitude, only about 25 feet above the actors. Pyrotechnic charges were detonating to simulate artillery explosions. During one take, a series of explosions went off near the helicopter. The blast debris and shockwave caused the helicopter to lose control. The aircraft began spinning and descended rapidly. Within seconds, the helicopter crashed directly onto the 3 actors in the shallow water below. The main rotor blades were still spinning at full speed. Vic Morrow and one of the children were struck by the rotor blades and killed instantly.
Oh, fuck. Nah, that's tragic. That one's tragic as fuck.
The other child was crushed beneath the helicopter. All 3 died at the scene. The horrifying accident was captured on multiple cameras. The footage showed the helicopter's catastrophic descent and the moment it struck the actors. Investigations revealed serious safety violations. The production had illegally hired the children to work at night, violated child labor laws, and ignored safety protocols regarding helicopter operations and pyrotechnics. Director John Landis and 4 crew members were charged with involuntary manslaughter.
Damn. I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I guess if they were breaking the laws, yeah, they should have did their due diligence to figure out what they can and can't do. Yeah, that's definitely some Final Destination type shit. Very unfortunate. I kind of feel bad for the directors and shit though, because I'm sure that's not what the fuck their intentions were. Damn.
Marking the first time a Hollywood director faced criminal trial for a film-related death. The trial lasted 10 months. In 1987,
how long? I wonder how long he sat down in jail.
All defendants were acquitted of criminal charges, though the families of the victims reached civil settlements. The case fundamentally changed Hollywood's approach to on-set safety.
But why do you need an actual helicopter? Yeah, facts. They could have just went with a fake one, bruh. Well, y'all niggas didn't have VFX back then?
Leading to stricter regulations for stunts, pyrotechnics, and child actors. Owen Hart. On May 23rd, 1999, 34-year-old professional wrestler Owen Hart was performing at a World Wrestling Federation pay-per-view event called Over the Edge at Kemper Arena in Kansas City, Missouri. Hart was scheduled to make a dramatic entrance as his character, the Blue Blazer, descending from the arena's rafters on a cable and harness system. The stunt called for Hart to be lowered approximately 78 feet from the ceiling, down to the wrestling ring, while thousands of fans watched. Around 8 p.m., Hart was secured in a safety harness and lifted into the rafters above the arena. The harness was attached
Yo, is this a public execution, bro?
to a cable controlled by a winch system. However, the setup used a quick-release mechanism that could be accidentally triggered. As Hart was being positioned above the ring, something went wrong. The quick-release clip disengaged prematurely, likely triggered accidentally by Hart's own movements. Hart plummeted over 70 feet, falling from the rafters directly toward the ring. He struck the top rope of the wrestling ring chest first, before landing in the ring. The impact caused massive blunt force trauma to his chest. Emergency medical technicians rushed to the ring immediately. The arena fell into shocked silence as medical personnel worked on Hart in front of the live audience. He was quickly transported to Truman Medical Center, but Owen Hart was pronounced dead shortly after arrival from internal injuries. The fall had been partially captured on the event's video feed, though the live television broadcast had cut to a pre-taped video package moments before the accident. Wrestling commentators later solemnly announced Hart's death during the broadcast. An investigation revealed that the quick-release mechanism, designed for ease of use, had proven too easy to accidentally trigger.
Damn. That's insane. Nah, that one's tragic. Wow. And then all them people just fucking was there watching that live. Thankfully, it wasn't on TV, though. Damn. Shit. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one in the comment section. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Type it to the Twitch stream so you never miss a live stream reaction. I'm gone. That's crazy. That is crazy. Man, oh man. Why would you have him do that? I mean, we see, nigga, you don't see Chris Brown fucking swinging. Chris Brown be doing that every goddamn concert. Y'all never seen no clips of Chris Brown on the fucking flying around the damn arena and shit? This nigga think he a goddamn superhero. Look at this. So niggas be doing shit like this. Look at him. Look at this. This nigga's doing flips in the air and shit. Couldn't be me.
Where you at, Berto?
Couldn't be me. I would never do no shit like that. On me, I'd never do no shit like that. Berto, in 15 minutes, I'm gonna go to sleep. Hey, yeah, no, I'm about to end stream, bro. Appreciate you, Cap. You need to get some sleep, though, nigga. But I already addressed your situation, man. Don't blame me for your sleep problems no more, gang. Cause I ain't stream all weekend, and you say you still ain't sleep all weekend, bro. So that's you, bro. I told you already. That's a you versus you thing. You've been blaming me for your sleep schedule for months. It's your fault. It's your fault. I appreciate. Hey, I don't know if you're still in here, Pegger, but Juke said she apologized for tripping. You see how loyal I am to you, Juke? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was like, damn, Juke, you was tripping. I was like, damn, Juke tripping, but yeah, you got it, Queen. On me, I was like, Juke tripping. I was thinking that in my head. Oh, me, I was thinking that in my head. But I was like, shit, you got it, gang. I ride for my niggas, dog. Oh, shit. So funny. Oh, shit. All right, man. Well, W stream, y'all. I'm gonna get my shit together. I think we're gonna be playing that Resident Evil tomorrow. So that's what it sounds like. So, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? Y'all already know the deal, Skit. Let me find a good outro song. We need some new music, man. We need some new good music, bro. Some shit that's gonna stick. I feel like music just been so like here today, gone tomorrow. I've been fucking with that Don Tolly though. That Don Tolliver been going crazy. But I just been listening to it so much. I'm like, fuck. Whatever. I'll play some Don Tolly.